are on, so, like, I don't care. Yeah, we're talking. Here, we are. Live. We are VR. Troopers Extreme.
I'm just typing stuff. Don't mind me.
Yep, tweeting out the thingy.
Typing, you say?
I am not typing stuff. Is what I'm doing.
Good
Well,
job.
that was why I was muted, was because my keyboard is loud.
Yeah, I'm about to get my loud keyboard back because I went back to my old Steel series because I thought it would be nice having like the button pad on the side and everything, but the keyboard's not really conventional, and I've been doing a lot more writing, and it's not great for that at all.
I really miss having an upright keyboard. Let's call it my handshake keyboard.
Your handshake keyboard? What?
Yeah. You did like this.
Oh.
We did what?
I was just talking about keyboards.
Oh, keyboards.
Yeah, the tweet.
Enters the stream brandishing a knife. Oh no.
Oh yes.
No.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Fabulosity. She's got a knife. Were they?
So, Rhys and Kelsa, at least. I'm planning on running either Tenrabancho Zero or Ryomitama. Ryotama at PAX Unplugged. Do either of you guys have a preference as to which one?
I've only heard of Ryotama. Well, of the two, I've heard of Ryotama, and I've played it once before.
Tenrabancho Zero is a time, having read it. I wouldn't. It's a game I would not play. I can tell you that.
It's like a scene-based like play style game. Like,
I mean, you are a scene kid, so I feel like it's perfect.
I was.
I would say look up the setting of Tenrabancho Zero because it's very important for the game.
The setting is like ridiculous
It's
and
nuts.
it's seriously anime.
It's.
I mean, that's why I love it personally.
I like Ryotama.
I
a
don't know
lot
much
more,
about the mechanics, but the setting seemed like a lot of fun.
As much as I like stuff in Tenrabancho Zero, the settings a bit it's not what I'm looking for, and also Ryotama is very fun.
It's very fun. It's very cute.
It's very cute. It's
very
Miyazaki Oregon Trail.
Miyazaki Oregon Trail? Oh god.
Yeah, Miyazaki Oregon Trail without the dysentery.
With
That is fun.
Well, that's less fun. You need
That's more fun. It's
you
Miyazaki.
need you need magical talking dysentery.
I will take every opportunity to play Maid RPG.
Next time playing Ryotama, our dragon is named Dysentery.
Rindus, you have to know, Ryutama has Neko goblins.
Yeah, the Neko goblins. I love Neko goblins.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Played on Adam's channel today, Shinobi Gami.
Yeah, they were playing Shinobi Gabi.
I would like to see like one of the Fire Emblem houses played out in a Shinobi Gami game. I think that would be fun.
I enjoyed the ending of that, and I especially enjoyed that they were just walking anime memes of themselves.
I was too busy working on my blades hack, so.
Adam made the like decency patrol nerd who.
It was very Angel Beats.
No, he was basically Gamagori from Kill la Kill, and instead of being like a subby bondage person who got stronger the more punishment he took, he was all about having like things that did shibari and domination, and he failed every role he did, so he just ended up doing it to himself instead.
Wow.
That's actually what I told Outro was going to happen to us earlier today. I was like, we crit so much last game that I feel like RNG is going to punch our face in this game.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I took a trauma in the first.
I
I guess we can talk about a little bit because of the way that I went through it, but yeah, I got beat up last session.
Mood.
I mean,
Yeah.
We had a neat.
Oh shit! I gotta actually go into the Roll20 game because I was on my other.
Oh right, yeah, you gotta come back.
You gotta come back.
La 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 la.
Wait,
Not like you really left, but
Yeah,
Am I logged in on the stream view or am I logged in on mine? One sec. Technical difficulty. Blip. I think I'm still logged. I think I'm still logged. Yeah, I'm logged in on my account. This should be the stream bot.
What?
Stream bot.
I didn't do it.
The screen went
Everybody
away.
did
What's
it.
going on?
No, it didn't
Oh,
go
right.
away. I'm
Stream
just
bot.
fixing
Yeah,
it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
To the recordings. Gotcha.
Yep, so I can mess with my stuff on another screen. That's a fun technique I learned, too.
That's a good technique, yeah.
Do I
Cough,
sound
cough,
like-
that outro showing us all his secrets.
Definitely still quiet.
Who's still
What about
quiet?
my secrets?
Oh, because you would stream with your view, so we saw, like, all of your secrets.
Mm.
We just pretended like we couldn't see them.
Well, I mean, I mostly just didn't watch the stream and had chat open on the side, but
Mm.
Same. I have chat popped out, so
yeah, I do that almost always when unless I'm the streamer, in which case it automatically comes up in Streamlabs, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Test.
I can hear you. Are you coming in really quiet?
It's apparent. People in chat were saying that
Yeah, they were just kind of quiet, but
Who,
I think it's better now.
Is it just him, or do I need to turn things up?
just him apparently.
I'm always loud in general, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yo,
I am fairly close to my mic, so
I
Wow.
could get closer.
Just him. Okay. If it's still acting up, guys, let us know and we'll
Hello,
adjust.
can you all hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we can
Now,
hear you.
now you're loud.
We can hear you
Yeah.
now, old timey radio.
This is how we're going to do the show from now on. Haha.
The bottom boys.
yeah.
are
Apparently,
quiet.
you're still very low.
Even if I'm holding the microphone directly in front of my face, you see?
That's your guys' new nicknames now.
Uh-oh, I'm not looking at the stream, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who's where.
It's Outro and Rhys are apparently quiet, but someone called them the bottom boys, and it's like that is now your new nicknames.
Apparently, it's barely better even having your face. So
I just can't believe I'm the very bottom boy. Why can't I be like the top bottom boy? I got like all the way down.
You gotta be the bottom bitch, bringing in all that income.
I'm trying to move my mic closer.
Yeah, I need to figure out whether it's...
Now you sound quiet.
Yeah, now you sound quieter to me.
Check.
yeah, because I was
check.
holding it to my face. a
No,
second.
you were fine before you did that.
yeah.
Check the yes, that
No, you're even quieter now.
That was even quieter. Jesus.
that sounds like it's a cable issue. If trying to mess with the cable made it quieter, it sounds like it's a cable issue.
Now you can't hear yourself at all, so that's not helpful.
Is this better?
You can fix it. It's fine.
Is this better?
I'm gonna move.
No, it's not better, but now your mic is fully erect and you used to.
Ha.
Hello.
Because it heard bottom boys. I'm trying not to burp on mic. Ugh.
Alright,
So
shoot. How do I fix this?
How do you fix this?
How do you fix a broken heart? Real questions.
Funny too, because he was totally fine during the whole setup. and
I
now
know.
we're fine.
I mean, the thing is, he probably wasn't fine from a chat perspective because we can't hear the stream.
True.
So
Test.
just eat your mic.
It is super quiet, yeah. I'm looking at the levels now. Hold on, let me...
maybe
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, I turned up the levels on my computer. So.
that was what happened to me when I got super quiet earlier. Was Zoom had suddenly just turned down my mic input, and I was like, "What?" Anyway, yeah.
Let's get to it.
Sorry. It'll be good.
Let's
Sorry, guys.
let's scums and villains.
Yeah. But mostly
Yeah,
let's do our
villain
downtime.
scum.
I am looking forward to see our doctor have a relationship with a drone.
You better not have a relationship with my robot.
There's a drone and a robot, both.
Here's the thing. A relationship doesn't automatically mean intimate or sexual, okay?
But it could.
It could. You're not
We
wrong.
have to see how it progresses first, guys. Don't put a label on it.
Or you could just leave my damn robot alone. This is my friend.
Your friend
I'm the
is
one that-
capable of
We
making
were
its own
friends before we
decisions.
were lovers.
I'm the one giving them their favorite petrol.
Oh my god.
They know they know
It
they know
runs
I'm
on
busy when I'm
lithium.
in port.
Oh god.
I don't know. It's almost like we've been friends for a while.
That's fair. Boundaries are important, especially between cough clone and its robot cough.
I think it's better with the light off. All
I
right.
mean,
Are we?
whatever?
Yeah. We ready?
We'll explain Vice things later.
I mean, we could
Hi, I'm
could
Outro.
Vice City.
This is a show. We're playing a game, even though it doesn't look like it.
Wow. Shots fired.
Okay.
We are totally playing.
So, when we signed off before, we had done some downtime actions, but not all of them. My notes actually are non-existent, so y'all have to remind me.
As
what were
a
you
DM
planning
do.
on doing for your downtime actions?
I wrote down my downtime actions.
I asked you to, so thank you.
You're welcome. I was gonna indulge my vice and train insight.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Let's hear about your vice, Lotus. What does it
Yeah.
look like? Where do you go to do it?
That's a good question, especially because we're on Lithios. That's where we are, right?
Yes, we went
So-
to the ice
Yes,
planet.
you are.
The ice ball. Yeah,
I should have you guys over there.
yeah. We went to the ice ball. It's fine.
Yeah, so do my
Um,
use, by the way.
My purveyor. I don't think my purveyor is actually here.
I feel like
but-
you already have some in like a supply, you know?
Yeah, I do. So for those who haven't seen my character sheet or anything, don't know what I'm talking about. My vice is faith. I am an adherent of the Ashtari cult, who believe that they are descendants of the which is funny because my character's a clone. So yeah, they do a thing where they like inhale they inhale basically gas from, I forgot which like I think it's just the Ashtari cloud.
Yeah, it's the Ashtari cloud.
Thank you. Yeah. So they inhale gas to like elicit to speak to their ancestors, which is probably eliciting hallucinations. You know. That's a thing. So Lotus goes, gets a private room, and communes with her ancestors. Which is to say, she takes like an inhaler and like puts it on, and like she meets somebody. I don't know who. Probably someone who looks a lot like her, because of a drive that she has.
Yeah, and I feel like it's I don't mean to tell you what your character does and does not believe, but the likelihood that technology was used in cloning you is very high.
Yeah, I imagine so.
So that maybe is your connection there, or
yeah, maybe not. It's complicated because it would be being a clone. Technically, your like parent is whoever you were cloned from. So that's probably who she sees. Which is why she basically sees herself, which is probably a very weird hallucination where you're like, you go and you look up and you just see a version of yourself. You're like, oh, right, hi, how's it going?
do you go somewhere to do this, or do you lock yourself on the ship? Do you like
Get off the ship to do it.
you just walk around, you know?
No, like it's
or...
she like again she like I don't know if Lithios has any like adherents of the cults, because the cult's what, like how big's the cult? They're like they're a
Huge.
faction.
Yeah, they're a faction.
They're tier 3. They're kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So she probably like there's probably some like basically code for figuring out like who's part of this cult and like where to go. So she goes to like there's an official like communion center, I guess you might call it.
Okay.
Yeah. So she like goes to that communion center, and which is probably like somewhere that very nondescript. And basically they have like in it are just like a bunch of rooms where they're like, here's a small room where you can go and commune with your ancestors.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got like some pillows in it, and like it's comfortable. It's sparse but comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a communion center here on Lagos, 100%.
Nice.
Awesome. And then how are you going to be doing your training?
Okay. That's a good question. It's insight training, so probably working on.
That's the one that your ship comes equipped with.
Yes,
thing.
exactly. So after that, after doing communing with my ancestors, communing with my progenitor, head back to the ship and just make sure that the ship is in like functioning condition. Make sure all the settings are right. Because you know sometimes the jump gates fuck with your settings, so you gotta adjust everything. Make sure everything's just right, just calibrated.
Every time there's a software update, you have to change all of your settings again. It messes with how your microphone settings are and your speaker output for just no reason.
Yep, exactly. So that's the training that she does. That,
okay.
Flashbulb's all about.
Yeah, give yourself some XP for that.
All right.
Now
I can
Rhys.
take my downtime.
Me.
You had some downtime you were gonna do, yeah?
I did. I was also going to indulge my vice, and then I wanted to, since we did the repair beforehand, I didn't need to do that anymore. I was going to, I think I said I was going to do crafting or start a long-term project, and I think it was crafting. I felt like I was going to get back and work on building something, because that's my job.
You said you were going to craft something.
Okay, good.
But
I knew it was one or the other.
Specify what you were going to craft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you
know
what you're going to craft.
I'm largely browsing over that now.
Okay.
Does anybody have something they want me to modify?
No, but you could work on the ship, maybe.
I was just thinking the same thing. Work on something with the ship.
Yeah.
There's apparently stuff we can do to the drones, though.
I mean, it's your choice. You're the mechanic.
Urbot. All right.
Yeah, do you want to make your drone sentient?
I mean, kinda. That sounds awesome.
Maybe.
That takes a number of different steps.
Oh, I know. I'm aware.
Can you make my blaster pistol pew harder?
Although, this does seem like a fun path. Could that count as a long-term project as well?
I mean, depending on what you're trying to make, it may be a long-term project to build it.
I want my drone to have sentience.
Okay.
I think I like the sound of this
And
Urbot creation.
that's a series of long-term projects.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Let's get...
Maybe I'll
Legit.
maybe I'll start that as a long-term project and make the long-term project finding an AI core.
Yeah.
Because I see that that's one of the first questions on here. So
that, in fact, one of the first things you need to do is find an AI core.
So yeah, that'll be my long-term project. But first and foremost, I had grabbed a day bag and had headed out because Kelsa had described some sexy aliens. So need to go indulge some vices. So Kasumi is gone. She's gonna go take care of that.
That's important.
She's going to go take care of that sexy alien problem.
Yep. There's a problem, and there's only one person who can fix it. And then, if she's good enough later, she'll go shopping for AI cores.
Well,
oh yeah, you just can shop for AI cores.
I mean,
you don't know. You don't know her life.
I mean, I know something about AI cores as somebody who has an Urbot.
you just go out to the black market and just start asking some questions.
Hey.
That's
Yeah.
thing.
Hope that you don't get you don't
I put
get
it on. I put
reported.
it on. I put it on Space Amazon, looking for some AI cores.
Oh, that's how you get reported to the cops.
I mean, we're criminals. It's fine.
It's fine. He typed in not AI core, so
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
totally-
They legally
that's-
have to tell us if they're space cops.
Not
No, they
human.
don't.
You saw Lancer once and you put not human person core instead of AI core.
Hmm.
It's the whole thing.
This is true. I could just get a brain. I don't necessarily need an AI core.
That's entirely different.
Just gonna go kill
You
somebody.
need to get the doctor involved.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Doctor.
if you wanna do a thing, it would be cool. It could also be that situation where it's like, if you're a horror fiction writer, you're instantly flagged as like a domestic terrorist in the databases for the things you search on Google.
Well,
I mean,
It's fine.
we don't have Google, but we might have Spamazon.
Spamazon is canon now.
No, that
Thank
was-
you, chat.
Spamazon is canon now.
Amazon, cool.
So yeah,
I'll
that's
go
me.
ahead and- All right, great. So did Face finish all of your downtime actions?
So I actually had 3. I was using one to acquire one of those fancy snow drifter thingies, so that I could drive around all cool like and not get.
Oh
cold.
right,
Pick up
Yeah.
space
Baseball.
snow bunnies.
a snowmobile.
And then I am also going to train my social skills
Oh, resolve.
Mm.
by indulging my vice. So
Oh,
two
that's-
for one deal.
Yeah, I mean that could be all 3 of your actions, doing one thing that is going to do your vice, and then also a thing that's going to give you some XP. You're only going to get 1 XP since you do not have resolve training facilities. But you can definitely do that. The problem is you don't want to indulge your vice mechanically because you don't have any stress. And if you clear more stress than you have, then you overindulge, and overindulging is bad.
Oh,
Now, you're welcome to do it anyway, but I want to make sure you're clear what the consequences are before you do.
so what are said consequences?
So you get a choice as to which thing happens, right?
Mhm.
So your choices are that's the wrong page. Hold on, here we go. A rash action, reduce your stash by 4, or if you cannot, take 2 debt. Big talk, brag about your exploits and add 2 heat in the current system that you're in. Or lost, play a different character until this one returns from their vendor. Also, Rindis, did you roll for your stress clearing action?
I did not. We ended before I could finish my stuffies last time, so I hadn't
Yeah,
rolled
why don't you
anything.
go ahead and press that button then?
Alrighty, so I just push the button and it's good.
The one that says Indulge Vice? That's the one
Indulge
you wanna
Vice.
press.
Hell yeah, let's do it. No bonus dice.
No bonus dice.
Darn. Not even because they're
So-
sexy aliens.
Nope, not unless you're friends with them.
Oh, I need to indulge my vice.
I think I would be good friends with them after this.
But that's after, not before.
That's fair.
So you get to clear 2 stress.
Sweet. That's half.
Nice.
So I'm gonna roll a d2, and on a 2, I think I'm just gonna indulge my vice anyway because
Okay.
I'm no aliens. So
I mean,
okay, so I apparently am able to restrain myself.
I was gonna say, Face, why didn't you just go with me? You could have been a great wingman.
Oh, that's true.
you can.
You could train again, and that could be also your resolve training.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You can only train at given XP track once per. Oh, train your playbook XP. You're a
Yeah.
speaker, after all. You're gonna speak to a lot of aliens.
Very
Some
true.
farming experience.
All right, so I do lots of training then.
Yeah, train.
You know what? I'm training to take my mind off the fact that I should not indulge my vice. And my son is here.
Your son is here.
Yay.
Shall I roll
Yes.
my dice? Okay.
Yes, because you
Let's overindulge.
because you did describe you doing it. Oh no, you're fine.
I only got 1. All right, that's fine. I got 6 stress left.
That's all.
Okay. Well, 6 unspent stress remaining.
Unspent stress, yeah.
Alrighty, and then we did everything for the good doctor, didn't we?
No.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
went
we talked
first-
about it.
Yeah, so the only thing I jotted down is I started a long project to reflect my belief that is research the precursor and mystic tech.
Right.
So we did that, and then the other thing I did was I decided to heal myself while we were on the ship, causing me to become, to gain a trauma.
Right.
Is there any way I can mulligan that and just find healing on the planet instead?
Yeah, I'm
Because
willing.
it-
I'm willing to do that because if you're, I'm a very lenient GM, and especially if you're new to a system, and especially if this is like the first or second session, if you're like, wait a minute, I didn't fully understand the rules there, I'm not going to hold you to that. That's messed up. That's not a good way to introduce people to a system. So you can undo your trauma, put yourself back at the amount of stress that you were at, and then you can use your downtime action to find healing on the planet, instead of healing yourself. We can keep the because you rolled for that, right?
For the healing?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look back.
Let me look back too. Let's see. Maybe not.
No, the last thing I rolled was scramble.
Okay. Let's go to healing. Recover. How does recover work? When you recover, you seek treatment to heal from harm. You might visit a doctor who can stitch your wounds to see how well you do. You can roll a d6 minus the crew quality. So you roll the number of d6 is equal to your crew quality minus 1. Your crew quality is 1, so you'd be rolling 0 dice, which is roll 2, take the lowest. And so,
Take the lowest.
I mean, honestly, at this point, it really doesn't matter because you have, you only had level 1 harm, right?
Yeah, it was only level 1. Right?
Yeah. Then I think even the shittiest doctor you could find is going to heal you because you clear all level 1 harm immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recover move. It's great.
Yeah,
She's
it's only
she's
it's
not
only
able to
if you
heal
have-
herself.
You can, but you take stress.
right.
That's the thing.
That stress caused me to take a trauma, and I don't want a trauma.
Right. So you should be at one less than trauma.
Okay.
That was where you were at before everything. So you did not indulge your vice. So you are full of stress.
Yes, I'm stressed out.
Now, you can spend a coin, a cred, in order to have an extra downtime action, which you could use to indulge your vice.
Do I have a cred, or does the ship have a cred?
The ship has a cred.
How many cred does...
Oh no! Did you guys spend that cred?
I think we spent it on upkeep.
Yeah, because we didn't get upkeep last time because we didn't actually finish the job.
Right, because you didn't get
Yeah.
paid, so you guys are out of money. Okay, never mind. I mean, you can take out a loan if you want to, but probably you're just going to go into this next section with a bunch of stress, and you're going to take a trauma anyway. But
Or you could start your long-term project later, like next downtime, and indulge your
that's
vice
true.
now.
We didn't actually roll for you making any progress on that clock, so
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll indulge my vice now.
Okay. And what is your vice and what does it look like?
My vice is, it kind of looks the same as what I would have done for my long-term project. It's like discovering how the mystic arts works physically, like physics, science. So I'm trying to determine how these crazy people with their force magic do the thing on a physical level. So
Okay.
I like do research and I try to determine like how this works as far as quantum entanglement goes and why this works this way.
So are you like
The Charlie at the theory board game.
okay, sure. Like you're just in the conceptual space of this right now.
Yes.
Like doing internet research and forming theories that are at best half-cocked.
Yes.
Perfect.
It will be a burn, but it will be interesting when I do get to a point where it's just like, wait, I'm seeing progress.
Yeah, hit indulge your vice.
Oop. Yes!
Ooh.
Oh my god, that was so
Ooh.
good.
Okay, you're down to 2 stress. Very good.
Nice. Cool.
Awesome.
Alright. Neat.
Okay, that is everybody's downtime.
The people doing long-term projects rolled for their long-term projects.
Rhys, you're totally muted, by the way. I don't know if you were talking to me or your child.
No, I was not talking to my child. I said the doc works hard, plays hard, and I just totally forgot to unmute myself.
Guys, I get to go see my friends to find the patent on Urbots.
Yeah, you wanna roll on?
I do. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
like who are you talking to?
I'm going to. Oh boy, this is gonna get us in trouble. I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what we largely brushed over, or not brushed over, but went over last week. Communication between sectors is not very easy, right? It takes a while.
Yes, correct. Communication between sectors is going to take hours at best, days on average.
What sector is the Guild of Engineers in?
The Guild of Engineers.
They're the biggest faction. They're in every sector.
They're
Okay, so
pretty much everywhere.
all right, I guess the better question is then, what sector were we in when they kidnapped Kasumi?
Oh, from the Starsmiths. Oh.
Oh, sorry, is that no? Was it the Starsmiths or the Guild of
Yeah.
Engineers?
It was
Starsmith,
Starsmith.
not
Okay.
the Guild of Engineers.
Right, we initially wanted the Guild of Engineers, and then we
And
were
then you
like,
realize
they are
they're the
too
most
big.
powerful faction,
Okay.
and you're like, maybe we shouldn't piss them off.
Disregard. I'm thinking from session 0, and we changed that. That's right. I remember. Okay,
Yeah, we're
so
pretty nuts, but we were like, maybe we're not.
yeah,
quite
I was like, I'm gonna call my former employer and talk to her, and it's like that's not gonna work now. I'll reach out. I'll dig around and see if there's any contacts in Lithios. Then
I mean, you've got 5 people on your character sheet. One of them probably lives in Lithios. Why not?
I have 5 people.
Tell us who it is and how you know them.
You technically, all of the contacts you have on your sheet, you know all of those people. It's just one's your friend and one's your rival.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well then, it sounds like Slice, the junkyard owner, is my Guild of Engineers contact, and I'm going to him specifically because he can get me an AI core at a really good rate being a junkyard owner.
So
It's definitely not like a
Does
top
he-
tier AI core.
Sure. Like, does he live on Lithios, or does he live like somewhere in the IOTA system, and you're like messaging him?
We wanted to avoid Amaranth and Indiri, right?
Yeah, Indiri is where you
Indri.
were kidnapped from.
Indri's where I'm kidnapped from. Okay, so
Correct. From the Starsmiths Guild.
Mhm.
Now,
That's right.
around that area, like there are, and you can see them kind of on the map. There's like 3 different asteroid belts in
Mhm.
IOTA. and there are like asteroid mining facilities that are supplying injury.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's also a possibility that your junkyard owner friend could have like
Connections through one of
like,
those.
I was gonna say like a spaceship junkyard out in the asteroid field.
Okay, so then let's say that he's got one on the way, because what I was going to say is if I can get in contact with him in system, see about him shipping it to Nightfall, and we could pick it up, because we had somewhere to be on Nightfall to meet up with our contact too.
I mean, there's a possibility there.
Because I have no idea how much time we're going to spend there in Nightfall, but theoretically it'd be like, well, guys, I have something I'm waiting for. Let's spend, however long it'll take for it to get Spamazoned over.
Yeah, and it's a long-term project, so you're not going to finish it this session.
Yeah, I mean, right. I've got a Spamazon Prime account, so my shippings are fast, and also viewers, if you have a Spamazon Prime account, you can subscribe 1 free month with your to your glitch platforming. Yeah, there's a whole space streaming service named after my character. It's fine.
Do you also have a Spaceflix account?
Yeah,
like, that we all share. Because you're the only one with the legit one.
The only one with legit work.
I get mad when the other one downloads too much while we're on planet and we can't get our own. Like,
I mean,
really watch my show and I couldn't download it.
But see, the thing about that is though we can make like the separate profiles. So like whatever face is watching, like
but only two
gray
people can watch
matter anatomy doesn't affect my viewing history.
Only 2 people can watch at the same time is the thing. Or 2 different profiles, so... Not that matters for Flashbulb, because usually she's busy, flying the ship. But that's a different story.
I mean, that does take 100%.
Get off Spamazon Prime and fly this ship! That was an action!
Shut up!
There's no universal internet, so we would have to download packets while we're importing stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean... Exactly. So yeah, tell me a little bit about Slice. What do they look like? What are they like? Oh, he's talking to somebody else. The headphones off. Makes it hard.
I'll be right back.
Well, I can't ask you a question.
Sorry, go ahead. I'll finish my thing first.
I was asking you to tell us about Slice.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna close my door because people are home now. So I think Slice is probably like the stereotypical old man junker. So he's got a disgustingly Western accent and like the long unkempt gray beard. He probably has one eye closed perpetually, even though there's nothing wrong with it. And they call him Slice because he used to he fought in the space war. Doesn't matter which one, but he was famous for slicing up the enemies.
He fought in the space.
I can picture this guy perfect.
You kids don't understand. Damn kids.
So
get off my space lawn.
Are they cute? The cute war. Yeah, he fought in the cute war.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. He crushed the Kawaii Empire.
Nani?
And that's why I'm an ugly old cuss today. Yeah, so are you just gonna so you're gonna call him up, so you make a roll as to what action you're doing here. It sounds to me a lot like Consort.
Okay. So yeah, I'll give him a ring and be like, Slice, buddy. Hey, so I'm looking for a couple of things, and then you'll just see her like reach off screen and smack away an alien hand because she's of course calling while indulging in her vice.
Of course.
And she'll be like, do you happen to have any I don't know, I was just looking into a project, and maybe if you happen to have like some AI cores. How are you doing, by the way? But if you had an AI core, let me know, and I'm very interested in getting back to you about that and the creds that I owe you. Big job we're working on. It's definitely gonna happen soon. Do I roll anything? What input value is this?
So this is a what would you call it?
Risky, controlled, desperate.
Not risky, not controlled, not desperate. It is
Fortune.
Fortune. Thank you.
I only
That's
have
the word
3
I could not
options
think
here.
of. So there's below everything else, there is a fortune button way down underneath your friends. And then you can click on that, and then you input 2 dice, 1 for your consort and 1 because you're with a friend.
2 dice.
It's helping you.
1 for consort, 1 with friend. No additional input values.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just dice. Ooh, 5.
Piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Okay, yeah, 5 is pretty good. So you're gonna get 2 ticks on your locate an AI core clock.
Ooh.
So he's like, oh, well, we don't got none of that just lying around, you see, but I will get back to you with what I can when I can. Bliss, you've been good to me when you're flush at least. So I'll see what I can do.
Of course I have Slicey, of course. And
I told you not to call me Slicey.
oh, you like it when I call you Slicey and the ears twitch, like the cat fox flick for a
Sounds
moment.
really hard, but you're not wrong.
I'm going to be heading to Nightfall soon. I'm currently on Lithios, BT dubs. And if you do get a hold of one of those, if you could spamazon that over to Nightfall. I think we're going to be there for a while, unless Face gets us into any more trouble.
All right, I will see what I can do, but it's not fast and it's not cheap. I was gonna tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I wanted it done right, it's never going to be fast or cheap. But if I wanted it done cheap, it wouldn't be fast or done right. And there was a third one, but I'm a bit distracted right now and I can't piece it all together. You know how that triangle works.
There's like a tail like sneaking over your hip.
Yep. I've got to go,
not your tail,
Slicey.
it's a different tail. Okay, yeah, call disconnects.
Yep.
So, he's now on the lookout for you.
Yay.
That will progress as we progress.
Side cut to triage, like making reservations for every single Ice Palace tour on the planet.
There's only like one that is set as a tourist attraction. Everything else is still filled with like traps.
Triage is singing "Let It Go" the whole time.
Exactly.
Awesome. Okay, that resolves everyone's downtime action. Yes.
I think we're
I
ready.
think we're good, yeah.
I believe so.
All right. You all gather back at the ship and head off to Nightfall.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It takes a few days for you to get to the warp gate. From there, you can warp around, and eventually you'll arrive at Nightfall. And Nightfall is a very interesting planet. So, essentially, the planet itself is called Nightfall because it has 13 moons,
Oh.
and the like shadows of those moons like get in between it and the sun and make it randomly look like night just because there's too many moons in the way.
Mhm.
And some of those 13 moons are inhabited. Some of them are rather small and uninhabited, or at least theoretically uninhabited. Nightfall is the center of culture in this system, even though it's all the way back in Breck. This is where people go to be. So there's like it's has about as many people on the planet as like the moon Warren that you came from, only it's not overcrowded. It's very nicely, spread out, and there's still, other stuff going on. There's high rises lining up block by block as the as a shadow passes across the city. You can watch as the lights click on to make it the nighttime aspect of it. Rowdy nightclubs, beautiful outfits. There's so much fashion going on here. It's crazy. There's like public data kiosks that just are like asking you to like, do you know, kind of advertisements to. You can use it to access your Facebook or what have you, but it always seems a little skeevy, just like a terminal that's like popped up in the middle of the street. Well, sidewalk, but still.
I imagine that it's like the Starship Trooper, like, do you want to know more scenes?
Would you like to know more?
Yeah. Very
The
much
only
like
good
that.
bug is a dead bug.
Case just uses it to watch his porn in the middle of the street.
Yeah, the main port city on Nightfall is called Ya, and it is the particular place that it is. Day and night will last between 2 and 12 hours each as the moons rotate around. It bustles with economic activity. There's tourists everywhere. This is where you go for theater. This is where you go for the best meals in the sector. Yeah, it's a pretty happening place.
I had a really bad thought for a really bad pun because it's called Ya, and I was gonna ask if it has a monarch because they would be Ya's queen.
That is really bad.
Let's go away. Nobody wants you here anymore.
I mean, there's probably a drag queen out there who goes by Yas Queen, but she is not a monarch of this planet.
Maybe she should be.
I'm sorry. Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay.
All right, show's canceled.
Show's canceled. Game over.
Okay, no. So yeah, you guys land on Nightfall.
Oosh, made it.
So we just came to Nightfall to kind of like let the heat die down, if I remember correctly, right?
No, our contact told us to come meet up with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Satani told us to go here and drop this off with another person.
Correct.
Oh, so this could only go well.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So basically, after the disaster that was your last job, Satani's like, I'm going to find another buyer, or I'm going to arrange this buyer to have another contact sent out. But we can't do it in Rin. Go to Nightfall. That's where.
Why can't you do it in me?
There's a lot of reasons.
I mean,
I thought the show was already canceled, but I guess we're doing
we're pushing for full-on bans.
You literally missed a terrible pun that canceled the show. So.
That's good.
Yeah, you don't need to hear it again.
Yeah, I'll watch the VOD later.
You'll watch the VOD.
I'll see it. Don't worry.
We know the name for the when we got into the system. Did we get like a data packet or anything? So.
Yeah, you probably did. You probably got a data packet with Satani did not clarify if this was a new contact for the same buyer or a new buyer and a new contact both or what. But she did send you a packet with a new contact and a location to go to.
Mm-hmm.
There's a nightclub on in the city of Ya that you have a scheduled meeting there, basically.
Right. Okay.
I would like to first go meet up with Lotus and get a custom-made lab coat shawl to go over my nice
Oh my god, you and your lab.
theater.
Do you just have like a closet full of situationally appropriate lab coats?
Yes, but I don't have like a shawl to go over like a fancy dress, so I need a like a shawl lab coat kind of thing, or like a cardigan lab coat. That's
For those people who are not looking at the book, Lotus, in addition to being Flashbulb's real name, is also the name of a fashionista and tastemaker that makes elaborate costumes and is known to be like the height of fashion. That's going to be not cheap, but you can probably pull it off.
I think Triage might consider a loan for any of that. She's expecting to get paid soon.
That's true. Or you could just wait until after you get paid and not have to deal with paying back a loan.
You don't understand her impulses. She was like, "Oh my god, I get to go to the theater. It's the first time in forever. Oh my god!" And then she realizes she doesn't have the right lab coat for the situation.
So
Good.
I wanted to use my old friend's special ability.
Yeah. Who do you know here on Nightfall?
So I was thinking I know Barden, a bartender that runs an information network on the planet.
Okay.
So maybe I can get in contact with Barden and see if he knows anything about our contact, since we didn't really get much clarification.
I mean, you got a code name and a picture and a time and a place. That's what you got.
I mean, after the last time, I want information on said code name and picture. If you know what I mean.
Or
because
the
I'm
place
fucking
or the
blind.
nightclub we're going to.
Sure. Okay. So you're gonna call Barden up. Make sure that you write Barden down on your character sheet where there's the blank
Okay.
space. Perfect. Good. So yeah, you're gonna give him a call.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, like, he picks up and he's like, "What?" And you can like hear the nightclub going in the background, and like then a door closed and suddenly it get very quiet on the line.
Mhm.
He's like, "Face?"
Hey, Barden, it's Face. I got a quick favor to ask.
It's never quick with you. What's up?
I just wanted some
That's-
information on a contact that we have on World. And I will send him over the code name and picture.
Okay. So this feels like we're gathering information.
Looks like it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, we can roll some dice then. Gather
Maybe
information.
it can sort.
That sounds like what you're doing to me for sure. Yeah, totally. Roll them
Alright.
bones.
Is this control, maybe?
So this is gonna be a fortune roll too, and since you're, I don't think you get a bonus for a friend helping with this. Double check the rules here real quick.
Okay.
Cause oh come on. I'm over here looking at this and trying to figure out where it is in my PDF. If anyone happens to know what page it's on, that'd be amazing.
Which one are you looking for? I have the PDF.
Gather information. Here it is, page 40. Perfect. Okay. Gather information. Okay. If it's not common knowledge but there's no obstacle, a simple fortune roll determines the quality of the information that you gather. I think that's probably where we're at here. I don't think I don't think there's a particular obstacle here that you need to overcome. He's your friend. So yeah, you
So
can go.
how would we just do a fortune?
So below where your friends are listed on your character sheet, there's a button that says Fortune Roll, and it will let you put in how many dice you want, and that number of dice should be equal to your consort score, so 2.
All right.
And then it asks you for like a.
It just says notes.
Notes. Yes, thank you. I didn't know what it was called. You can put that in. It'll just be like what you're rolling about, so that maybe later, if we look through the history, we'll be like, oh, that's what that fortune roll meant.
So a 5 and a 3.
Okay, so we take the higher number, which is 5, which is good. Standard, basically. You're gonna get good details, and clarifying and follow-up questions are possible.
Awesome.
So yeah, he's like, give me a few minutes, and he like goes over to computer and starts, looking some stuff up or whatever. And he's like, well, while I'm looking up this alias, the place you're going to be meeting is a fairly upscale restaurant. It's not really like there's a bar there, but it's not like a nightclub destination. It's more like a he's like, it's more like a bring your first date there destination.
I like leaning the phone, like winking, and I'm like, perfect.
Yeah. And so he's like, I hope you're not buying dinner. Mechanically, it would not actually cost you anything to buy dinner there, but
right. I get you.
And then there's an amount of time you guys probably catch up or whatever. I don't know what your relationship looks like. What would you chat about while he's doing research? Just
probably banter.
Yeah.
Like men and women I recently picked up, my war stories, if you will. Maybe like I wouldn't give any details about jobs, but I'd be like, oh yeah, we just did this crazy thing, and like, oh boy, like just not give any details, but like be like very vague and be like, wow, it was pretty ridiculous there. I had to pull out my old face antics,
Yeah, he kind of like just kind of nods along with this crazy story that you're telling, and if you almost tell a detail, he's like,
Yep.
I don't want to know. But he basically agrees with you that your life is crazy, and eventually he comes up with some more information. He's like, okay, so I couldn't get a name on this guy, but he's well known by this alias. So, and he like kind of like looks at Face, the fact that everyone only calls him Face as a like, how it goes.
Right.
And he's like, what I can tell, they are associated with, oh shoot, which faction is it? I'm gonna lie now. I think it's the Turner Society. Let me double check that.
Are they the one that wants to like blow up a sun?
No, that's the Sun Eaters.
Oh right, of course.
That was the obvious one. The Sun Eaters.
Look, it's fine. I don't know.
What did the puppy kickers do?
Head.
I don't know. Steal gold.
I mean, I think maybe they want to blow up a sun. No. Then it's the
Yanis Syndicate. I don't know. Oh, they'd have to be like, okay. They're some sort of precursor people, right? That sort of faction.
Probably, yeah.
Probably not the Turner Society, since they're a
No,
syndicate running drug dens.
Yeah, they're the druggers.
Where are they? I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm also.
You know what? Fuck it. You know who they represent? Your friends the ghosts.
Ooh.
I think it's way more interesting than anything else.
That's an interesting thing.
Yeah. So he's well known as a contact for the ghosts. No one ever really sees the ghosts. That's what he tells you. You've actually met a few in person. Well, as close to in person as you can get when they're in a weird like exoskeleton suit. Yeah. To keep them in phase mostly. So yeah, apparently this is like their I'm like thinking Renfield. That's not quite exactly right, but their go-to guy, their errand boy.
Right.
That's what he tells you.
So does he have any positive or negative feedback as far as business is concerned?
I'm picturing you like trying to bring up like Yelp reviews of a underworld courier. Like,
yes. I need his eBay stars. How many eBay stars does he have?
Yeah,
does he have feedback on Spamazon Prime?
That is not information that Barden would have. Yeah.
Okay. The only other question I had for him is, do you know a third-party broker that we might be able to go with? We ran into some issues, if you will, last time, and I was hoping not to have this thing on me. So a mutual third party that might be able to help us broker this deal would probably be a good idea and safer.
60% split.
Ooh, okay. So I am definitely going to sway this one. So like I'm going to go way too high and say like 85.
So this is for his cut being 60%.
Right.
So you're going to tell him 85%?
No, you want to tell him like 15.
No, 85% me is what I mean. So I guess
gotcha.
50% then?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell him that. We can negotiate this. Now this does potentially have consequences because you might offend him, you might lose your opportunity here. He might agree to broker this deal, but then also like sell you out to the other people who are looking for you, you know.
As you do.
As you do. So yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah, I feel like this is risky standard. You don't have any like threat of harm. Every negative consequence here is very existential.
Can I get a bonus dice since we're friends?
You do, yes.
You're friends. All right.
You're essentially here. What you're trying to do is like acquire asset, and that asset is a courier of your own.
Right.
So.
You're so close. It just
1116. He's like, it's a good thing I'm your friend.
The alternate universe, he just clocks you in the jaw.
Like through the phone.
In the face.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, through the screen. Bam.
Gotcha.
I really needed that bonus dice. I'm glad I had.
Sure did. Sure did. Okay. So, he tells you that he can get Syndrome to do the drop for you.
Okay.
and will send him by, and asks for like where you want the pickup from. Like, do you want it at your ship? Do you want it at my bar? Like,
We can
what
do
do you
your
want?
bar. Your bar's safe. I know it.
Sure. Okay, so yeah,
Perfect time for me to bow out now that I've done my face things and go pick up the wife. So
Perfect.
you guys go to his bar, and I will be back as soon as I can.
awesome. So the plan
I
is
will go on Twitch if you guys need to ask me a question or whatever. Just like say it, and I will try to text you when I can.
cool. Thank you.
Drive safe. Don't text and drive you.
No, absolutely not. Game is life. Way more important.
Mhm.
All right, I'll see you guys soon.
All right, see you later.
Okay, so the plan is currently go to Barden's bar, hand the artifact over to Syndrome. Syndrome is then going to do the drop for you with your contact, who I never named, but I'll go ahead and name right now as Helio.
I don't know. I don't know what the rest of the group thinks, but I'm a little suspicious.
I think I'd rather do it myself. Like, I'm kind of against the concept. I'm like, why don't we just take care of this ourselves and get fully paid?
Yeah, as again, also because we have our own contact to satisfy, our information broker, and if we're just like, nah, we're gonna give it to somebody else, then what we did like what? We were the delivery, but not the actual drop off. If that makes any sense. But that's me. I don't know.
And if things go wrong, like, then
Never
we
ends.
look double bad.
Yeah.
That's true. If things go wrong, then you look double bad. So do you all go and make the drop like while Face is still out doing face stuff?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, you all know what the time is, so you would also know what the time would be supposed to be.
Yeah.
Alternatively,
What's the other option? I guess.
oh, I was gonna say, you go to go make the drop off, but he's already handed the box over to Syndrome.
That's gonna be very awkward.
You have to follow him to the actual drop point.
Oh Jesus.
You know what's funny? I was also going to say, could Triage and Syndrome have a previous relationship, being that both of our our call signs are medical in some fashion? To just make it more awkward.
I would rather just have Face be out there being like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this thing," and we just like are like, "Nah, we're gonna do it ourselves." We're just yeah.
That would be
Also because 2 out of 4 of us would look very out of place in this bar because it's apparently an upscale restaurant. Fun.
I mean, you maybe you don't have any other clothes, but you could wear other clothes.
I mean, I could, but I have a customized spacesuit. Thank you very much. I like it.
And you just only wear that ever.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I mean, you could definitely send Triage because
oh yeah, no, we have options. It was more of a case of like what else we wanted if we wanted to gather in more information. Like I was thinking like just case the place from the outside, be like,
I mean,
what are the exits, like who's coming in and out, that kind of stuff. But
I was thinking like
that too.
if I'm gonna do the drop, we could do it like I meet with them at the theater since I just did all this buying.
So
we are here to drop off at the drop off point. We're not gonna change it again.
we're here at the moment to drop it off.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
definitely shouldn't go alone. So
we also don't have contact. We don't have the contact information of the actual contact. We can't be like, oh, let's actually do a drop off over there because it's not our contact. It's Tani's contact.
Right. Yeah. So Tani has arranged this drop off for you, with the location and the contact.
Okay.
So if you try to change it, it would be awkward at best.
Mm.
So like you have like, I don't know, a day. Like she put it out there so that it would line up to, like, you know, you guys like send her a message before you left Lithos, and as time went on, it all worked out.
Right.
Face worked out a deal to have somebody else go and do the drop off. Now, another thing you could do is follow this deal of Faces and have this other person do the drop off while you guys shadow him.
Do that. Could.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. I still think it's, especially because this is the information we got about Helio, is that they're the primary contact for the ghosts we are technically friends with, and if we send somebody in our stead, that might be a little weird.
For a real quick like flashback, could I be like researching the bounty boards to see if there's anything from House Malclave asking for people to find people like us, and or looking for the item we have? Because I feel like if that's the case, we would try to avoid involving other people as much as possible.
I feel like Health Malclave is not the kind of person or entity to put up bounties that are going to be publicly available. They like have bounty hunters on retainer.
Oh, okay.
You know, they're the noble house and technically rule this whole sector, like these 4 systems.
So it doesn't feel like we'd be walking into any sort of trouble. We are just planning to do a drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the doctor anyways. So the 2 of us can handle the drop, and Saint, you were gonna be watching the area.
Yeah, I was gonna, since we have a day before the drop off, I was gonna case the place and get a vehicle ready in case we need a getaway like last time.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So
Ambush the ambush, as Rhys is saying in chat.
I don't know if I'm gonna ambush anybody. I ain't scrapping. I'm scrambling and helming. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting us out of there.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would like to try to like get a vehicle of some sort.
That was a sound.
Sure.
That was a hiccup.
No. Get a vehicle and then like case the restaurant, see where like the exits and entrances are and stuff. So you know.
We don't need to worry about you getting a vehicle until you actually need to use the vehicle.
Yeah, I know.
So
But if you want to do a gather information to case the joint, yeah.
I would like.
Yeah, and that's an important question too. If we've got a day to kind of keep an eye on things, what is the population demographic of Nightfall? Asking for a friend.
Oh, I mean,
From what I saw in the book, it looked like it was high class and personal.
it's very populated, and humans are the majority in most places. So.
Yeah, it is, but it's also a tourist destination, so the chances of there being aliens here are fairly high. But they're probably going to be tourists. They probably don't live here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well then, if somebody's casing the joint from the outside, I'm going to case the joint from the inside and kill 2 birds with 1 stone by... Am I able to further indulge my vice to kill some of that strain?
After, I think we're in...
It's a downtime action.
You would
Okay,
have
so
to
you
spend
can't-
a coin to do it
Nah.
now.
We don't have money. We didn't get paid.
Nope.
Well, if you finish this, you will get paid.
That's true, but yeah, that doesn't help. I was trying to knock out 2 things at once. No, it's fine. But I might, because I want to help and be active. I might go inside and watch the place too, because I don't imagine that the pilot would go in.
I think
Or-
with that glitch and triage can go and like get drinks and be fancy.
Yeah, we'll
at
be
the
there.
bar and watch things happen.
I'm gonna remember
We
character
should
names
definitely-
eventually. Flashbulb. I don't imagine Flashbulb would be one for going inside and drinking.
Drinking, yes. Going inside of a fancy restaurant, no.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Triage and Glitch would go in and play up being just regular people there while also helping to case the joint. Like, we've got the eyes inside, you've got the eyes outside. How's everything look?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Can
we relay that to Case's dude first? Like, hey, we'll have 2 people there watching the drop, kind of thing.
Yeah, I see no reason why not.
Cool. Yeah, I would like to case the restaurant.
Go for it.
All right. What kind of action do you think this would be?
And are we technically helping since all 3 of us are doing it?
You can, if either one of you wants to take a stress, you can help and add a die.
Where's your stress at, outro?
I mean, my stress is at 2 now.
Mine too. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it and help. That way it'll account for us being on the inside watching.
Okay.
All right, I've marked it.
I'll do it.
No, I got it. I marked it already.
So is the action?
So, I mean, the action is, like, you're observing things, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you tell me what you're doing, but it sounds like study?
I think it's study. That's probably what it is. Yeah. Let me hit that study. Is it fortune or, is it risky, basically, or controlled, or whatever other position?
I feel like it's controlled.
Okay, cool.
There's not no risk, but the risk is minimal.
I expect that the effect is standard.
Yes, the effect is standard.
Bonus dice too, because I have nothing in study. Thanks for the dice, everybody.
But only one of them can give.
study.
Only one of them can give you a die.
Oh, okay. Well, then one of them has to choose.
Right, and it was going to be Rindis.
Okay, cool. Let's do it then. This might not go well, but that's fine.
I mean, yep.
Oh, 4. Perfect.
Hey, four's pretty good. So you get some good information, and follow-up questions might be possible. So,
Awesome.
yeah. What are you hoping to get out of this?
I'm hoping to figure out where all the entrances are. And any possible like secret entrances, like if there are any like vents or something that like somebody could go into. But yeah. And then like the quickest way out. If we have to get out.
Yeah, you can totally get all that. No
Awesome.
problem.
Cool. Other than that, like it's an upscale restaurant, but like is it like tourists? Is it like officials? Like who's generally the clientele here?
The theater crowd.
I feel like, I mean, there's definitely a lot of tourists, and I feel like there's also a fairly good amount of what would you call it? Like higher up businessmen.
So like management types.
Mm-hmm.
And like okay, so suits and like tourists. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's suits and tourists, and occasionally some plebes who are spending all of their money on this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was actually going to mention Glitch's help being something along the lines of like putting a back channel onto like the patrol communications on each of our communicators, or something about the security system that Glitch can be involved in.
I was just looking on the outside, honestly. Like Glitch probably could have done a lot better with just like actually hacking the security system if she wanted to. So, but yeah.
Glitch, why you leave?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Yeah. No, she'd probably help me out with like that kind of like, you know, y'all are casing the joint with me from the inside because y'all
Yeah.
are just to like get drinks and stuff and be like, who's in here? What's it like? How? Oh, last question. Since we're gonna be meeting a person here,
Mhm.
how? Since I don't know what the inside looks like, what are the like tables like? Like, are we gonna be like at a booth where it's like kind of like no people can't really eavesdrop on us, or like if we're gonna be in the table in the middle, like we have to be, kind of surreptitious? Like, what's that? What's that about?
Um, there are some like more private tables.
Okay.
There aren't really any booths. They're all tables, but there are some that are like over to the side, like up on a little platform that are like constantly reserved and not part of like the main seating area.
Right.
And
Okay.
from what you understand, that's where like the reservations are for.
Cool. Good. That's good to know. Excellent. I don't. Anything else I could figure out by just casing the place? Oh, are there like any patrols, cop patrols around here?
Yeah.
Okay. How often, I should ask?
That's a different question.
Yes.
Often enough that it's inconvenient, but infrequently enough that you can work around it.
Awesome.
I just got back. Did you ask
That's
about
good
any
answer.
like crime organizations or anything?
No, I was asking about the restaurant.
Okay. Well, what I mean is there any like gangs or anyone who, get
Around an upscale restaurant?
You mafia, man. We've had this drop messed up once already, so
if there is, you don't recognize them as such.
I mean, come on, guys. As Chad is pointing out, space mafia.
I mean, space mafia definitely exists.
Yeah, we know they exist.
Whether or not they are at this bar or restaurant, you are not certain.
Especially because this place is again frequented by like suits and tourists and like some like horror folks who got a big paycheck and want to spend it.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, exactly.
They've been saving up for 30 years for their 10th anniversary.
30 years. Which Italian moms?
Cannot compute.
Well, I don't know. One that calls you wise guys.
Yo,
Or
listen
else
here, wise
pizza's
guy.
gonna be ordering out for you.
The
Yeah,
dog
that's-
insisted that I let her out.
Those are my questions. I can't think of anything else. Casing the joint. We know
Alright.
we know all the exits and entrances. We know the quickest way out. We know the clientele. We know the police patrols that are around here. We got some good info. Oh, and we also know what table we got, basically.
Yeah, basically. That sounds like you've got everything you need to begin.
Yeah. Let's begin.
How long before Rhys gets back?
I mean, now's probably a good time to take a break since we're in.
That's why I was inquiring, like trying
Yeah,
to gauge
actually,
it
that's
to
a
be.
It'll probably be 20 to 30 minutes for Rhys, but we can see.
Let's take a shorter break than that, and we can get the ball rolling. And then when Rhys gets back, Face can join the party. If you haven't succeeded by then.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, yeah, probably you won't.
Oh, thanks. Cool.
Oof,
I mean,
that's not ominous at all.
I'm just going by your rules like last week, really.
We've been rolling a lot better though.
Hey, as long as there's no corpse to saunter down the street, we'll be fine.
You didn't have to touch the corpse.
Yes, we did.
We didn't.
You didn't have to take the corpse with us.
Yeah.
was
Never
half
touch the
five.
corpse.
Would have
Never,
exposed us.
never touch the corpse.
All right, Kelsa.
roll.
Kelsa, how long of a break do you think we should take?
Let's go 10 minutes.
All right, we'll go 10 minutes. Everybody in chat, stick around, hang out. I'm not gonna mute us, just because I know a lot of people do idle banter. So I'm gonna throw up the be right back screen though, and I'm gonna finish up my dinner, which should take like 10 minutes to get done, and I'll be back at least for the last 5.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm gonna go do things also.
Yeah, as well. All right. Be right back.
Also, hello, I am here. I'm just dealing with a few things. Yeah.
Whenever I click around on different pages, I get like anxiety as if I'm about to change what screen is showing on the stream, and then I remember that Prentice is running the show now.
Yeah, you don't got that control.
Yeah, it's like anxiety inducing in two different ways. It's like, oh no, I don't have control over this, and then also like, oh my god, if I click the thing, now they're gonna see my Twitter feed.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, I only did that too many times.
Right. It's yeah, there's pros and cons.
Oh my.
Oh my, what?
Oh, chat, show us your Twitter smut.
I don't have very much because I look at my Twitter a lot at work, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to just not follow all these NSFW artists that I admire and enjoy.
That's probably for the best, honestly.
Yeah, I just I follow them on Instagram and like find their their accounts on other things.
Uh-huh. I follow a couple of NSFW voice actors, and it's a weird time of their stuff will randomly pop up in my Twitter feed. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, I'll get a random like illustrated nude here or there from different designers or artists or like people retweeting things.
It's mostly retweets of stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost always retweets, and I'm like, I did not need to see this in my in my feed. Always be wearing pants. Yeah, rule number 1 of streaming. Not anything else. Always be wearing pants.
Oh shit, I'm already breaking the rules.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, in case you have to like get up or your house gets on fire, you can't turn off the stream before you run away.
I mean, that's easy. Just unplug the camera.
Sometimes it's not the first thing that comes to mind when you're in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably unfortunately mute those people because of that kind of stuff. Because
Yes, Danny, you can wear a skirt instead. That's what I'm doing.
See.
I was going to say that any
A kilt.
time spent not wearing pants
I need to buy a kilt.
is like points added to good life. So like, your life is better the less you wear pants.
That's why kilts are so great.
I don't know. I don't mind wearing pants, but like, not having to wear pants is nice sometimes.
I just realized that our time frame overlaps with Strauss's Band of Blades actual play.
Yeah.
And slightly overlaps with Critical Role, so it's just like those days are hard.
I mean,
There's only so much you can do. Luckily, there's VODs.
yeah, exactly.
That's how I'm gonna catch Band of Blades.
Also, kilt's a skirt. I said it.
You're not even wrong.
It's a pleated skirt or something? Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, like I've always really wanted a utility kilt since like they first became a company, and I've never actually bought myself one, and I'm always regretting that choice.
I always see them in a grand total of 2 places. I see them at cons, and I see them in random game stores. Those are the only places I see them.
I also see
think
them at
that-
men fairs.
That's fair.
I thought about buying a utility kilt, but they're really expensive, and what I really want is actually
But the
like
pockets.
I know this. But wait, I'm getting there. What I really want is like a heavy utility overall dress kind of thing, but like gender and androgynous. Like it's not directly I want something like that, where it's like overalls / dress, like it has a skirt bottom, but it has big front like utility pockets.
Cover.
Like, yeah.
Like coveralls, but a skirt.
Yeah, coveralls but a skirt. I want that.
That sounds great,
I
actually.
would wear that.
That sounds very sci-fi. I like it.
It does sound very sci-fi. I agree.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna probably be in my Stars Outnumber game tomorrow. I've got that tomorrow. That's gonna be fun.
Like,
Sci-fi, coverall, skirt, lab coat.
I have been without a Forged in the Dark game for too long, and the last one that I'd been running was also Scum and Villainy, but sadly had to come to an abrupt end, more of a hiatus, as we found out when one of our players' work schedule changed. But now that they are available again, we just started to like work at a time when we can play more, and I'm so excited. And yesterday we went and we did a review of our story so far, and the very first session of that game was in my notes it's just called It's a Party, and similar to this crew, they were doing a drop, but they were doing like a trade of information. They were trading like one set of maps for a different set of maps, but it was at like a high-end party that took place in like a commercial party venue, you know, like with ballrooms and all that junk. And boy, did that go sideways. They took 9 heat off of that job. They burned the venue down, among other things. So like, but we talked about how like each of the players spent so much time describing what their characters were wearing to the party, like what fancy dress costumes that they had for this masquerade ball. And we were just going through that, and after we reviewed everybody's costumes, we're like, that was the most sci-fi this game ever was, because they were all just amazingly sci-fi. It was so good.
I kind of love shows like that. Like the other day, I was watching the Party White Games vampire show, and they spent like 40 minutes talking about outfits. It was good. I'm like, yes. I don't get fashion in my life any other way other than role-playing games, because I'm very t-shirt and jeans at this point in my life. So it's like, yes, give me all this fashion. I want some.
I'm back.
Great. Are you ready to be back? For realsies back?
Who are we missing? Is anyone missing? Everybody
yeah,
got Rhys?
Rhys is probably still better.
Okay. I got held up talking to my mom over dinner, so sorry for running a little longer.
Parentals.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the subject of outfits, what are y'all wearing into the restaurant?
That's important.
I'm wearing a black cocktail dress with my freshly made, brand new lab coat cardigan thing.
Had to work the lab coat in there.
It's a shawl when you're wearing a dress and you're out in the city. It's high class.
I love it. Thank you. Yeah, and so what about Glitch?
Well, not to be one who copies now, because Glitch was going to wear a black dress too.
You can both wear black dresses.
How dare!
Let me tell you
No.
how very different black dresses can be from each other.
She actually does have black was what I was going to go for too, just because it matches the hair and the tail and stuff. So she was going to go for a black dress that does not cut very low in the back like most of them do, and she probably has a an actual shawl, not a lab coat shawl. But it's one of those black ones that goes over the shoulders and around the arms and stuff. And she keeps one of those, and she keeps her hair down while dressed up this nicely.
Nice.
Because
Yeah,
she
my
knows
hair is
she's
like-
going to a nice place, so she's dressing nice.
My hair is like a princess bun with like a wisp of a bang coming down, I guess, on the right side of the face. I look fancy. I look like I just went to the opera. or something.
I did not mean to roll dice there.
Uh-oh, we're all
10.
doomed, guys.
Hey, Ringus,
She's rolling
it's
for
supposed to
ambush.
be 10 minutes on the screen.
Ah, thank you. Let me clear that out. And I told myself not to forget it either.
So who wants to roll the engagement roll here?
I do.
Do it.
All right.
All right.
So,
Where is it?
you start off with 1 die for sheer luck. Now, is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Where's this engagement die that I'm rolling?
It's going to be a fortune roll.
Oh, okay.
I would petition no because of that 6 Rhys got.
I mean,
That doesn't make it any less bold or daring.
it doesn't feel very bold or daring, though.
We're being very bold.
It's not bold or daring at all.
No. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
I mean, another human being involved is a factor, but not many.
Yeah, it's not a lot. It's one you can somewhat control.
Yeah.
Does this plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
No.
No, I don't think so.
We're making a drop off. There is the target is inconsequential.
It's true. That's pretty much accurate here. So, can any of your friends or contacts provide you aid or insight on this operation? Yes.
Already did.
Yeah.
Did. Now, are there enemies or rivals interfering in this operation?
Not
There
that we
still
know of.
are.
There. Oh no.
Not that you know of, but there still are. Are there any other elements that we want to consider?
We did prepare for some elements. Would that be a dice in our favor?
I think that would have been under hitting the target where it's weakest, exposing weakness, that type of thing.
Well, I mean, we have a getaway plan, not really.
Yeah. No, that's not really a.
Okay. I figured I'd pitch it.
No, it's good.
No, good pitch, but I think it would have been covered by something earlier. So.
Yeah, let's roll 1 die. And
One die. All right.
1 die. Hey, it's better than 0 dice.
That's
You could have
fair.
0.
Here we go. Notes input.
I'm prepared for that desk.
5.
Oh, we don't start
Hey,
desk.
there we go. 5 mixed result. All right, you start in a risky.
And a risky sneeze.
You start in a risky position. So, so the 2 of you are the ones that are going in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, our good doctor and our beautiful mechanic are coming into the restaurant, and you can see, there is the table on a little rise DS off to the side. There's multiple tables there, but only one of them has a person at it, and that is the person that you are supposed to meet, Helios. But are you arriving at the same time as Syndrome, or are you?
I mean, I was
Are you
expecting we
following?
weren't even going to be directly involved with the drop. Like, we
Like,
were
I
going to
pictured
come in and
this-
sit at the bar.
Right.
And,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what you see as you come in the door. Like, so you're following him in. So he's already there. Like, as the 2 of you come in just after Syndrome goes in.
I would petition that we were there for like 10 to 15 minutes earlier.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine.
Yeah, we could be there early, nice and early.
Then you get there early. Your contact was already there, even though you got there like 10, 15 minutes early. And you guys sit at the bar. And then Syndrome is going to arrive and sit down at the table to make the draw. And everything seems to be going just fine until these suit-wearing thugs is the best way I can describe it, come in through the front door and also in through the back door, and start converging on this table.
Oh, good.
I'll
They're human. They're not aliens.
Should we choose our load, by the way?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I had already chosen my.
I.
Is there a limit on what we are selecting for our
It
load?
tells you what your load capacity is at the top.
You
of
can
your
either
sheet.
do
3. Okay.
The two of you going in are probably in a light load to look less conspicuous. Whereas those who are outside can be a little bit more conspicuous.
I chose
So I'm going to assume it's obvious 1 box is 1 item of load, 2
Yes.
boxes is 2. Okay.
Well, and things with italic don't count as well.
Correct.
Things with italics don't count.
Correct.
There
Okay.
is my load.
Things that are bold are better than other things, but they count for whatever box the load boxes they have. But like a small drone and a genius pet are the italicized things on your
Yes.
list. So you can have your small drone with you or nearby-ish without accounting against your load.
Now,
Alright,
how do I smuggle a
need to check
fine
your-
hacking rig into a little black dress?
There's lots of ways.
It's in the purse. It's in the tiny purse.
In the tiny purse, it's
On your-
actually strapped to your back, and that's what the shawl is hiding.
Ooh.
It's in the car.
It's in the car.
Car.
That doesn't help
I
me.
Not yet. Soon.
I mean, you don't need to choose what you have with you until you actually need to use it. So
That's fair.
you just need to
It has
choose.
some fine bedside manner.
You just need to choose how much your stuff you're bringing. So, and then we'll figure out
Okay.
what that stuff is later.
So, quick question then for between regular gear and additional gear.
Fabulosity, your heels are the fine hacking rig. That's
Oh,
like actually
perfect.
a thing. Like that's
So-
there is legitimately, like, in our world a hacker who has like shoes that are a fine hacking rig, and she
It's awesome.
fucking badass.
Is there
Anyway,
is there a difference between hacking tools and a fine hacking rig?
yes. So hacking tools are going to be like what everybody can have access to. These are going to be like the equivalent of what you need to hotwire a car
Oh, okay.
versus a fine hacking rig, which is going to be like,
Doing the
I can
digital
steal a
stuff.
ship.
right, exactly.
So I have
Okay.
spy gear and a communicator. I figure my spy gear is my earrings, but my communicator is just like a cell phone, so it's not weird. And then I have a blaster pistol, which is like, I don't know, in one of those.
I did also take a blaster pistol, and it is in my purse.
We don't need to know where it is.
Yeah,
And we don't
that's
even
fine.
need to have it until you use it.
Okay,
So,
I won't mention it then.
You don't have to select anything until you need it.
yep, just pick how much stuff you have. We'll figure out what that stuff is later. Just
Okay.
don't feel married to something until you actually pull it out, and then you're married.
And
I
then
mean,
you're
I
stuck
feel
with
like
it.
I'm instantly going to be using the spy gear because I'm going to use the eavesdrop on the conversation.
Okay, I mean, sure, yeah, you could have been doing that like this whole time.
Okay.
Um,
I won't marry down to anything except one that I know I'll have on me always. So there we
Yeah.
go.
There you go. Great. So yeah, you're spying on the conversation. It seems to have been going fairly well. Like they're like, I have the thing and I have the money. They're about to exchange packages. Like they have two briefcases set down on the floor next to each other, and they're gonna like slide them around.
Mhm.
That's when these men in suits come into the restaurant, and you definitely notice them, since that's what you're here to do, is notice when things go sideways. These
How many men are there?
half a dozen,
Oh, fun.
like 3 in the front door and 3 in the back. Actually, it's probably more like 4 in the front door and 2 out the back. So, yeah, these guys, they give off the vibe of Space Mafia.
Oh, right, the space. Okay, good, great.
See, this is why I asked, guys.
I mean,
We did ask. We did ask.
you did ask, but you did not. You did not find them, or
No.
see them.
Mm-mm.
We did not have a good enough result for it.
Well, they weren't there. Yes, you didn't have a good enough result for them. That's really what it all rolls down to. But they just weren't there at the time when you were there, because they.
Space Mafia.
Yeah, the space mafia. They knew it was going to happen, so they go there when it's happening. Yeah, you. What are you going to do? Like you have a moment to act before they reach the table and do whatever they're going to do.
So I comes to Flashbulb saying we may have a problem. Get prepared
I
to
saw them come into the restaurant.
Yeah, you totally saw them come to the restaurant.
I still do that comms thing, and then I kind of I order 5 high-end whatever booze and send it over hey, can you get this over? We just walked into that table from the bartender.
Well, I mean, they're heading towards the table. They're not at the table, and there's also 6 of them, not 5.
Oh, I thought.
What's the name of our contact's name was Helios?
Helios, yes.
So they're moving immediately to that table. They're not slowly blocking exits and stuff. They're just moving right to intercept them.
They're moving kind of slow. They're moving slowly enough. They stop and talk to the waiter or what have you as the 4 of them walk in the door. While the 2 that came in the back are moving straight towards that table. Because of the way it's located, it's still across the restaurant. The table is closer to the front of the restaurant than the rear of the restaurant, but it's off to the side and not really directly near either one.
Okay, I have a brief idea.
Okay.
I'm going to look to triage and be like, I have an idea. You're going to hate me for it.
And what's that?
I take out my fine hacking rig, or at least activate it, and I'm going to set off the sprinkler system in the restaurant.
Good. Classic.
That is classic, yeah.
Triage notes. She was a witch.
I more meant that it's going to ruin your new dress lab coat shawl.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's right. Roll up a new character outro. It's fine.
Yeah,
I wasn't able to find spy gear in the book very quickly. Can I use that to very quickly say to Helios to look alive?
Spy gear is usually going to be
surveillance,
not two-way communication.
Do you have his number to text him?
We never got it.
Yeah.
No, you would not have.
But we do have contact with Syndrome.
Wait. What you could do?
We might have Syndrome's number.
Outro.
Doing the drop.
What you could do, while I am causing this distraction, you can have a waiter go deliver a get out now martini to his table.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I want to do that.
Brilliant. I love it.
Yes. A get out now martini before the sprinklers go off.
Okay, so yeah, there's enough moment that you can lean over to the bar, you probably tip the bartender enough that they are eyes on you, no matter what, and so you lean over to the bar and you're get out of here now, martini, whatever. Maybe this is some signal that you've rigged up in advance with.
It's just a space Cosmo.
It's a scram.
Yeah. A scram TD.
Scram teeny, perfect.
Yeah, so you're gonna send that over. The problem is that the that is on its way, but also the guys from the back are on their way. It does take a moment for the drink to be poured. Even if it's one of those automated bartender just
yeah,
it's not instantaneous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we need some action rolls here. Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like from what I'm gathering, I feel like triage is more helping glitch than doing something separate. Like, this is a distraction, a twofold distraction to get your contacts out of there.
The old razzle dazzle.
So
With the razzle dazzle.
so you can spend a stress, and you can take another die.
Okay. And this will be a rig through insight, right?
Hack.
Oh, hack. Excuse me. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I know words.
Yeah, it's hack.
And so I roll on insight, right? Or do I click hack?
You click hack,
All right.
and then you get a bonus die. You can spend a gambit. Yes, thank you. If you want, you guys should have.
It resets to 2 every time, right?
Mhm.
Oh, let's definitely
Have to.
spend one because we don't want this to go space whales up like yesterday or last week.
Okay, I will spend that for you then.
Right.
So you get 2 bonus dice.
Is this a risky or desperate? I don't imagine it's controlled.
It's definitely not controlled, but it's risky right now.
All right.
We're coming in. It's risky. There's a lot of different things that could go wrong here.
Input effect is standard.
Yes, it'll be
Alright.
standard effect here. So
Bonus die 2. All right, ready? Here we go. Well,
okay, yeah, that's good. So you're gonna get 2 ticks on a get out clock. Is your goal to get them and the artifact and the money out, or to get everybody out? Because that's going to change how long this clock is.
I think the artifact, the money is the most
yeah,
important than the people.
Get the contacts to
yeah.
leave.
I'm worried. I'm worried about our people, not so much the entire restaurant.
Well, no, right. I'm talking. Is this your contacts, or is this your contacts and also yourself?
Ah, gotcha.
Contacts, probably, I would imagine.
I don't think these mobsters are looking for us, so I'm less worried about that. Let's get the money and the artifact out.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. I just wanted to know what we're doing here.
Yeah, they aren't looking for us, at least as far as we know.
It will be.
Yeah, I would have no basis for assuming that we are genuinely surprised that these mobsters are here.
Yeah.
Maybe the like get the hell out of here martini is delivered by a waiter, and the waiter picks up the 2 briefcases on the return.
That's
What-
sounds like a
Just
I have an idea for that. However, Rhys isn't back yet.
Oh, I
If
think I
that
know what you're going
waiter
for.
is face, that's perfect.
Oh my
Yes.
God, Rhys, why are you not back yet? That's perfect.
oh my god, Rhys, what the heck?
Yeah, are you
That would have
in
been
chat?
beautiful.
Are you in chat? Can you tell us this is a go-ahead on what your character is doing?
I'm like watching for
Would-
ripples in his green screen because he
Would-
should be walking in the doorway.
Would face deign to dress down to look like a waiter.
To impersonate a waiter.
Oh my god, it would be so good.
He's only worried about our
Context, You're
content.
so far behind.
We're worried about you being the waiter.
You would be
Rhys, would you be the waiter?
fools.
We're asking if you would be dressed as a waiter so you could get the money and.
I'd be a fab waiter. There
He's
we go.
the most well-dressed waiter in this
I
whole
take that
restaurant.
as a yes.
Great. So yeah, I will roll some dice for you here. In order to, I mean, this is sway to pretend to be a waiter and just sweep out with those briefcases.
Yeah, throw a wink at
Um,
people and grab the stuff. Yeah.
Right. Like you're the one that delivers the get out of here, the scramtini. Yes, that's it. And so, go ahead, and this is risky standard. I'm not going to spend stuff for you guys, so I'll just roll it as is. Hey, that's a 6.
Wow.
Hey.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah,
Um,
in the briefcase Scramtini work.
Yeah.
So you get the artifact out. Damn. Just
Yeah.
No,
uh,
I thought it was artifact and money.
the artifact, the money, and your contacts are safe now.
Excellent.
However, now there are 6 pissed off Space Mafia members in this restaurant with you, who are about to. You need to do something, or they're not going to be safe anymore. How's that sound? Like, they got out of here. The Space Mafia watched them leave. Like, they went through, like, the second back door. Like, the Space Mafia came in through, like, the fire escape back door, and then Face and the contacts went out through, like, the kitchen.
It's
I
a
have
good
feeling this
thing.
would be a flashbulb operation.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a good thing we have a getaway driver who set up a car
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I want to be there with the car and get them. Get out of here. Whisk us away.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah.
All right.
And then Glitch and Triage just get plastered for the rest of the night.
It's look. we planned it this way. It's fine.
So yeah, you wanna roll. I mean, you're there.
Yeah.
You want to roll to get away.
Yes, please. I would like to roll to get away. I want to get away.
I'm assuming you're piloting this vehicle.
I am piloting this vehicle.
Great.
I am an ace pilot, so I also have potency on this because it's a speed-related roll.
That is definitely true. You are
All right.
have great effect because of that.
Excellent. Cool. Yeah. It's risky.
Yeah, it's still risky.
Okay.
You don't get improved position for this, but
Risky.
you wanna spend any resources here?
Yeah. I'm gonna. You know what? Hold on. I could still do Leaf on the Wind to make it extreme effect.
You could absolutely do that.
I'm gonna do that. Screw it. Spend 3 stress. I'm gonna make it give my +1 die, +1 effect because I am in fact a Leaf on the Wind. Risky, extreme effects. +1 die. We only have 1 gambit left. Well, this will be fine. This will be fine. Let's try it. Let's see me get no 4 pluses. I got a 6. Good.
Hey, that's good. That's good enough.
Yeah, it flipped over on me when I didn't want it to.
No.
That's all right. It'll take a second to fix.
Yeah, with that 6, you're just out. Like, they get in the car, and like before the door closes, you're like 60 miles an hour. Like,
yeah, flying away in the like hover car that we got.
yeah, their butt doesn't even hit the upholstery before you're just gone. And then like the 2 that were by the back door like bust out in the alley and like jump onto motorcycles, but you're so far gone, like they don't even have a chance. There's still 4 guys left, and our two friends and their little black dresses.
It'll be fine.
What are you gonna do? These space
Not
mafia people
suspicious.
are, yeah, not looking not suspicious. Okay, I'm gonna make a clock then. You guys can roll to be unsuspicious. Like, what would you call that? Like,
To be surreptitious.
Inconspicuous.
inconspicuous. There we go. That's a good word.
Unlike my gorgeous waiter.
Well, I mean, you're probably the least conspicuous of us all. You're probably still there too.
No, he's gone.
Oh, yeah,
he went out
Me
the.
and the contact. Me and the contacts.
Yeah,
We out.
out of there. Be inconspicuous. I can't spell inconspicuous, but I'm not gonna fix it.
All right, the whole overlay is just being a butt right now. Bear with
That's
me,
how you-
folks.
No.
That's almost exactly how you spell inconspicuous.
It's very close, but not quite.
The last I is a U.
Eh.
Whatever.
Eh.
Close enough.
We don't need to spell. It's the future.
Wait, last I is a U?
Yeah, inconspicuous.
U-S. Eh?
It looks ugly, but it's great.
Okay. Doesn't really matter. So this feels to me like it's a group action for you to just continue to drink at the bar, and have them ignore you. Yeah, that's okay. Cool. Great. It's right now. Who is leading this group action?
Between us, I guess, Triage, do you have...
I don't have sway, if that's what you're asking.
I have consort, so that doesn't really help.
I mean, you could consort a party together to...
I'm gonna take one for the team and go distract the whole mafia squad.
Yeah, just make friends with everybody at the bar and start dancing in the middle of the floor so it, like, causes a, like, interference.
Space Coyote Ugly, just get up on the bar and dance.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
You have to be angsty and be singing all these songs, though.
Now, remember, as a doctor, you can say,
Oh, I can do I'm a doctor, not a...
I'm a doctor, not a, in order to roll something else. So you can, in order to be as inconspicuous as possible, be like, play up being a doctor at the bar. Like, I can't be associated with scoundrels. I'm a doctor. Drink your martini.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Can I get a bonus dice for my fancy new lab coat show?
No.
You tried. You tried to work that into the outfit.
Damn it, man! I'm a doctor, not a dancer.
Are we doctors or are we dancers?
Shall we dance, Sue?
Your hands are cold.
So yeah, you can roll doctor for this. Are you going to do this? Are you going to pretend to not know each other and have this be independent, or are you going to be helping each other, reinforcing each other's story of not being involved with what just happened?
I think we came in together and have been like sitting next to each other the whole time. It would be silly.
It'd be very odd for us to act like we didn't know each other now.
Okay, so who's leading this group action?
I will lead this group action since I could use doctor for my sway.
Okay, well, I mean, whoever's leading the group action should mechanically, just so we're all on the same page, should be whoever is not necessarily who's best at it. It's going to be who, in the fiction, it makes sense to be coordinating this, and or whoever has the less stress, because whoever the leader is will take stress if someone fails.
I want so badly for Glitch to be helping him and be like, yeah, he's a doctor. We're totally not shady at all.
Look, she is a doctor, but she's not trying to be a well, maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
She can do whatever.
So let's roll some dice then.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Both are gonna roll, and we're gonna take the higher result out of the two of you.
Okay.
And what is the position?
The position is risky, and your effect is standard.
Okay. No bonus dice, right?
Actually,
And I take the stress for
I
helping
have
that, right?
recognizable medical.
yeah, I was gonna say, actually,
take
your
No, not for this one. Okay.
recognizable medical garb, I feel like that is gonna give you from standard effect to great effect, where you're gonna be a little bit more believable. It's not an easier lie to tell, it's just better corroborated.
Yeah. Okay. So no bonus dice, but I get great effect.
Right. So you're both gonna roll this.
Oh, fuck me.
Well,
Oh no!
so you're gonna take one stress for yourself.
Can...
I'm
rolling 2, you said. Which one am I rolling?
So you're gonna roll whichever action that you feel like you're doing. Are you going to sway and be like corroborating triage a story of being just here as a doctor and like whatever innocuous thing that you're doing, or are you going to be coyote ugling it up and standing on the table and going crazy dancing? Because I think that's going to be a different action.
What action would it be?
Or if you also want to do doctor, you could be like, I am her patient.
My heart.
To elicit sympathy, because that's something you do as doctor.
I think my situation is I had one too many.
Right now.
I think we probably even if we came in together, I think even after what happened last time, our general plan when shit hits the fan is to just scatter and meet back up at a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely do the coyote ugly.
Distraction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Distraction force.
Okay.
So you ask the DJ to turn on your favorite song.
Put a record on.
So this is kind of up to you as to what you feel like that would be best represented by.
I want to attract.
Not
I want to specifically. Oh, did you mean the song or the role?
No, I
Okay.
meant what
You threw me off for a second.
like you're
Rhys.
sitting on a table.
Yeah.
Like is that going to be scramble in order to dance very well to be more distracting, or is that going to be
Consort to get more people to dance on the tables with you.
consort is when
Consort's dealing with familiar people, isn't it?
yeah, consort is
Yeah.
dealing with familiar people. I mean, if you want to like do a flashback here and be like, so I
used to-
called on my
You could. You go ahead. Sorry.
oh no please, you had an
You
idea?
could command. You could command Swift to. You could command them to dance.
Yeah, you can be like, everybody on the floor.
Everybody on the floor.
We
Turn it into a nightclub.
just burst into a musical number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a flash mob.
Oh no! You know what it is? We put on what is it? Michael Jackson's Moonraker. I just dance with the mobsters.
Consort is also.
Oh my god, that's amazing. You have to do the thing where you go all the way forward on your feet.
Yeah. The dress turns like a shiny white. And sorry, Moonraker is a different sci-fi movie, but nobody corrected me on it. But what is it for Michael Jackson? Is it just Moonwalker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Moonwalker. Just do Moonwalker, where my outfit goes white. Somebody tosses me a fedora, and we do the mobster dance scene.
Awesome. Do it. Yeah.
All right.
Consort is also.
They all bust out axes for some reason. It's-
Oh no!
God.
This turned into Kung Fu Hustle.
Yes, it is. It is. Sorry. Look, I love Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah. Kung Fu Hustle's
This went
great.
from like Legion dance scene to the Magician's dance scene to Kung Fu Hustle real fast.
My feet start going really fast.
Yeah. Ya is the city of the Axe Gang.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm gonna pop
Am
the
I
building
doing command or consort?
I mean, how do you feel like this is? are you-
I feel like if we're doing Moonwalker, it would be command.
okay. Yeah. Then
Alright.
then do it.
You got to lead the group.
Yeah, I got to lead the group. How position is this?
It's risky.
Risky.
It's risky. It's gonna be standard.
Standard. Do I get any bonuses?
Oh, no great effect. If you get a crit, can they start dancing with you?
I mean, that is the hope.
You can spend stress. You can take a devil's bargain, or you can spend that last gambit.
I want a devil's bargain.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. What is a good devil's bargain here? Oh. Here's the best one. Obviously.
Obviously.
At least one of these gangsters becomes infatuated with you.
I'll allow it.
Nice.
That's what I thought was good.
Oh my god.
Is gonna be on the lookout for you.
Oh, that
On
different.
How do
infatuation.
cohorts work in this version of?
Yeah, I just recruit him to our side. It's fine. So that's
I mean-
one dice for devil's bargain.
yes.
Knock him out, throw him in the
Oh, ghost dog. Hold on.
Oh no. Oh no.
Things are going well.
Oh no.
Why did that only roll? Oh, because I don't actually have any dice in command. That's why.
Face,
Okay.
we might have to drop off the contacts, turn around, and go.
All right, it was worth a shot.
Because we have blaster pistols.
So do we know that everything is going south from the car?
I imagine we got communicators. We can tag communicators, so
That's
they can.
why I was asking.
We-
Everybody
They
dance.
tell us we do.
Come on,
But-
guys, dance. Why is nobody dancing?
There's one guy dancing. He's
There's-
dancing really close, a little too close.
Oh.
Like,
He got up on the
Mm.
bar too.
yeah, like creepy, uncomfortable close. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
He's not an alien
The
either.
bartender's
No, he's not even an alien. He's straight human. It's like,
eating food here.
For Flashbulb and the contacts, Face is just like in the passenger seat of the car, like hitting his head up against the window, like, oh my god, none of them are allowed to talk ever again.
Distraction
So,
force.
Funny because this is a place that like we're pretending is like a nightclub, but it's really an Olive Garden that we
Yeah.
just trapped a coyote in.
We just took over the bar of Olive Garden.
oh, no, it's definitely a nicer restaurant than Olive Garden.
No, it's Applebee's, so we're pretty much the
Ah.
Long Island
Oh,
Ice.
We're Karen. Thanks.
Glitch, you still got your hacking rig. You can still just
I sure
you
do.
know.
Can I hack the lights in the music system to just start playing like rave flashing now? Try and really
Yes,
help this
a
situation.
strobe light chase is about to start, and I'm
You're-
here for it.
you can, but it's gonna be desperate because this guy
Oh.
is like up on you.
Yeah. It's,
He's not gonna let you just be like, hold on a minute while I pull up my holographic keyboard and do some hacking.
mhm.
What
What if my fine hacking rig was a keytar that I had with me this whole time, and it was just part of the routine? No, that's silly. Desperate, you say?
Yes.
All right.
get that XP.
Any-
So don't forget to mark your XP.
Oh, right. The XP tracker is
You would
down
put it in
here.
the tick above it, or next to insight since you're doing a hack.
Oh,
You don't get to choose. It's whatever. It's based on the action that you
oh.
do.
See, I've been putting them down in the Mark XP playbook advancement.
No, that's only for playbook XP.
Yeah, when you have you done a desperate action before?
No, this is my first one, so
Yeah, so
I
it's
didn't-
only desperate actions that are required to
Oh,
go.
okay. They go up there. Okay, cool.
They
good
go
to know.
in whatever bucket that you're using the action from. but
That's good
every-
to know.
All
Yeah,
you
that's how I
get,
got so much XP.
yeah, when you get end of session XP, then you can put that wherever you want.
Gotcha. Okay. E effect, is it still standard?
Yeah, it's still standard.
No bonus die?
Not not unless you want to spend resources.
No, it's fine.
Devil's bargain, get to it.
Can I get another devil's bargin? No, I'll just
You can
go.
push yourself.
Yeah,
You
you got
always push
stress.
yourself.
I'll
You've got
push.
stress to
I'll push
spare.
the stress.
All right, so another die.
All right, here we go, guys. Hey!
There you go. There you go.
Now
That
everyone
extra
starts
dice is worth
dancing.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. All right, I'll mark that stress. Now I'm back to the same stress I was before the alien planet.
It's fine.
Okay.
Hey, if you make it out of here, you can always
We'll make it out of here. We got
Okay.
half of us out of here.
Yeah,
We
happy
did. We
dude.
did
That's
get
what you need.
we got the important stuff out. That's
Yeah.
When you're an infatuated mafia member with us, then we have a place for you to, of vice
how much room for crew do we have?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. No.
He's
that's
not
okay.
coming with us on the ship.
Yeah. So you managed to get the lights going and the music from like ambient strings changed to like dubstep or whatever. And so as you continue to dance with this guy who is so distracted by you that he doesn't notice that that's what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
you are still not in the clear yet. You're not. These guys have not left, and they're a little bit. What do you call it? Suspicious of the good doctor.
Oh no, the
And-
doctor, not me.
They're also suspicious of you.
Oh,
They're
okay.
suspicious of both of you. But since you've been acting so disparately from each other, and they weren't here when you got there,
They have no.
they haven't put it together that you're together.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Um,
step.
so I guess in my terrible doctor roles, I'm trying to make an example, hey, I'm a doctor. I'm sure I could check your blood pressure and tell you how good your heart is. And I grab somebody aggressively by the wrist without getting consent and they get pissed. I guess is the problem there. But yeah. So the situation is they're just
Do you want a devil's bargain there where you're gonna get sued for malpractice?
shit.
Reporting you.
Fuck. Well, the problem is my license already revoked, so.
Oh God.
I
Don't-
mean-
It's on them. They can't sue me for malpractice. I'm not a real doctor.
I mean, they definitely can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll take that double bargain.
Good. Yes. Brilliant.
So
Okay.
this is going to be risky standard +1.
Uh,
I think it's probably desperate.
it's desperate. Yeah. It's desperate.
At least get the XP.
Yeah, it's desperate. So this is gonna be risky, desperate standard, and this guy's gonna try to sue you for malpractice.
Okay. I will roll right now. And the gambit was spent, you said? Or no?
We have another one.
We
There's
have
one
another
left. Yeah.
I'm going to spend the gambit too. So
Okay.
So 2 dice.
Oh, we actually should have one more gambit back because Saint, you rolled so well on
Oh.
the helm roll. That wasn't where we spent the gambit.
Right. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we actually have an extra one. Cool.
I got a sick.
You actually have 2 extra ones because I rolled so well for face also.
Oh, sick.
So
Okay.
yeah, no, you guys actually are flush with gambits.
Ah.
Um,
Wow.
So I rolled a 6.
So you guys actually should have 2 gambits after spending that one.
Yep.
Because you got real lucky. Yeah, with a 6. Yeah, that's good. They are not. They're less suspicious of you now, but they're not ready to leave. And if you leave now, that will tip them off, basically. So you guys still need a little bit more.
All right. I think I got this then. The one who's very much infatuated and dancing. She's just gonna grab him by his. Is he wearing fancy mobster suit?
Oh yeah, definitely.
She's gonna grab him by his fancy mobster suit collar, give him a big wet kiss, and say, "Hey, let's get out of here." So gonna lure him down the one of the exits, and
You should have grabbed him by the suspender.
wow. Yeah, does he have mobster
It's
suspenders?
because it's
Maybe.
Chicago 1940s.
Oh God.
I mean,
1940s
that
space
means that
mobster.
means you reach inside of his jacket to grab the suspenders.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty hot. So.
It is. Yeah, there you go. I like that better. That is very much and she's gonna be like, let's go, or let's get out of here. Then she's gonna turn and the tail's gonna brush up against his face, and she's gonna hop down and she's gonna take one for the team, guys.
Yeah, okay.
What can I roll for this? Is this this is a sway, isn't it? Or a command? Am I telling him or am I swaying him?
I think it could be either. Really.
It can. I don't. It doesn't help me either way. I don't have a tick on either.
This
Possibly.
is improving the relationship with a new acquaintance. Can that count as consort?
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah,
that
since
that
consort
is a
the-
DM. That is a DM call.
If you
I'll-
are, I will say it can count as consort if you follow through. If you're just going to leave him outside and ditch him, then it's gonna be one
All
of the
right, all right. Well, then hold on. You're gonna have to tell me a little more about this person.
I thought you were gonna take one for the team. Now you need to know whether or not.
Now
it's
I need to know whether I call him in the morning.
Rin, you don't get to know that because you turn the strobe lights on.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
So he had the
because he like came up behind you.
he had
and
the
was,
club
like,
hot filter on. Okay.
Like he was like rubbing on you from behind, so you didn't really see his face, and then you turn the strobe lights on, and now it's like, he's not bad. He doesn't like have a nasty scar or anything.
Is this like Yakuza handsome, or is this like? All right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
I mean,
I like chat. Nah, but for real, is he hot?
look, I already made allusions to Kung Fu Hustle, so
Yeah,
he's like,
no, we're good. If it's like the mob boss from Kung Fu Hustle,
Yes.
Kasumi is fine.
yes,
All right.
like a mob boss from Kung Fu Hustle.
There might be a follow up then. We do have a gambit, right?
Get rid of him. Somebody
Yes, you
else will airlock him.
All right. Yeah, I can airlock him later. Is this desperate, controlled, risky?
I feel like he's weighted, so it's probably not too bad.
I think it
might just be risky.
I think it's down to risky. Yeah, I think that you've changed the situation enough that it's down to only risky.
Okay, standard. I'm assuming still.
Yeah, standard risky.
I'm gonna blow that gambit since I'm gonna be distraction force here.
Good.
All right, here we go. Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just a consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you succeed, but with consequences. That's always fun. Everybody
That's
loves
always-
consequences.
Yeah, no,
right?
that always makes the story progress, so it's good.
True. So true.
The attention falls on me now.
Let me look at what my options are here for.
Maybe he's not the only one who follows them out.
Mobster guy's not supposed to leave his post.
I mean, there's that too, but
Yeah, there's that
they've
too.
already gotten like the package is lost kind of thing. So I think that I like the idea of he's not the only one that's going to follow you out, and you can try to get your friend to come with you on this, or you can take them both.
That loaded counter is about to become a threesome.
Remember, you can resist consequences.
You can also resist consequences. That is very true.
But would
you
she
guys are going
resist
to
this
get out of here.
consequence?
Like, you're gonna fill the clock here and get out. But the question is, do you want to resist the consequences that I have put forth? And just be like, all right, mob boss, you're coming with me. Second in command, get a foot to the face.
One at a time, boys.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna resist this. She very much looked to like made that like sidelong glance to Triage as Triage is badly trying to get away, and it's like, all right, I gotta do this, and so it's like I got this, go. So no, she's fine.
It's just like, damn it, Triage, you owe me. I'm taking 2 for the team.
Yeah, it's like this went from taking 1, now it's 2.
It is a thing of the basically it's you as a player resisting the consequences so that they never come to pass.
Right. So
Gotcha.
I mean,
what does it cost to spend that then?
it varies. You roll a die. So you tell me how you're avoiding that thing from happening. Because it's not like
I know. I say this could be like another. This could be another consort or command, depending on what you feel. But the mob boss obviously gets to have his, but then the second guy is going to try and get in, and she's going to be like, you're not going to let him muscle in on yours and pit the two against each other.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so that I think that definitely would then fall under resolve. because what you're doing is you're resisting, so you're not going to roll the action of like consort or sway or attune. This is your you being like, not today, boys,
Yeah.
and making it happen. So you would roll resolve,
All right.
and you just click on the word resolve.
Yep. Any no
And
bonus?
You're
Alrighty.
no bonus. Just click on the word resolve. 5. Actually, that's really good. You're going to take 1 stress for this.
Works out.
Nice. Well
Yeah,
done.
one stress is not bad at all.
No.
honestly.
it's-
So yeah, like you, number 2 comes up and it starts to be like, yeah, let's get out of here, and you make eyes at the guy who's on you, and he shuts him down.
Yeah.
And the 2 of you can leave. The rest of the mob bruisers also leave, and then that makes the way clear that Triage can get out.
I probably just text or communicator text the group. It's like meet up in an hour.
Okay.
You don't warn of your new friend, but yes.
No, that's it. Meet up in an hour.
Give me 3 minutes.
All right.
Great. So you managed to drop off Helios with the artifact at a safe location. You managed to drop off Syndrome with the cut for him and Barton, and you are out of there with 7 creds. So
Nice.
Real quick question
Cool.
that really means nothing. Can I, since I'm there after Glitch leaves, can I get takeout Italian space food for the party
Yeah.
on my way back?
oh,
to New York?
definitely.
He's like, no, I'm hungry.
100%.
Yeah, what do you get us from this upscale Italian place?
I mean, it's first date level.
I've got something that definitely happens when Kasumi gets back. She's gonna look at the Italian food and just be like, "I've had my fill of cannolis for one night," and she just goes to her room.
Look, Flashbulb will happily eat the food. So
It's like there's probably like a plate of space spaghetti and meatballs, a side of sausage, and then like 2 space salads and like I don't know, like a share of
Antipastas.
Italian lemon pie or lemon cake.
You didn't get cannolis. Okay, so we're back at the ship then. Yes.
And so yeah, and let's talk afterwards.
hey,
Hang on.
Yeah.
Let's flip to the ship view.
Ooh,
It worked.
yay! Okay.
do the
That's, I'm like 20 seconds behind your.
That's okay.
shirt.
No, it was flawless transition.
All right. So you guys get some rep with the ghosts. You've done another job for them, and they're happy about that. Not quite happy enough to like up your status with them, but you're like halfway there.
So we can't buy them out yet, is what you're saying.
No. No.
I don't think that's how it works with the ghosts.
no, no.
No. This was question. Do you think you kept this completely quiet so no one knows that you did it?
Absolutely not.
Mm.
No, but it was pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I think all things considered, the job itself stayed quiet. I think-
don't think anybody important enough connected us to the job.
Yeah, I think
There's definitely a trail.
there is
Like,
there. I
There
think
was a getaway car, and like there was distractions happening.
I
like,
mean,
they knew
you
something was up.
enlisted Syndrome. That's a third party, and they know
Right.
vaguely who you
but
are.
not even that. But the mobsters themselves don't know our involvement. Like we,
But they do
Just-
find our faces suspicious.
well, yeah, but we did an effective distraction for that. But what I mean is the job itself more or less went off without a hitch. When there was a complication, we got the goods and the money out. And I think any issue stuff is after effect that directly impacts us, not the job.
One way or the other with it, honestly.
Yeah. So
I feel like contained standard exposure then would be appropriate here.
Yeah, and we get -1 heat because of just passing through. Also, something we should remember.
Yes, thank you.
Just passing through. When we have 4 or less heat, we get +1 die to deceive people and pass ourselves off as ordinary citizens.
now that you're
Always forget this.
now that you're bringing
you should have had that earlier.
Now that you're bringing it up, I forgot about it last time, and I forgot about it this time, too. I have my starting ability, Tinker, when you work on a clock with a rig or hack, or when you study a schematic, fill +1 segment. So I have not been using that either times that I've done my hacking.
No.
So guys, what you're saying is I have a default 4 to my sway. Is that what you're telling me?
Only when it's 4 or less heat in the system. Only then.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna get dangerous.
Great. So I don't think you have any extra heat. Nothing else generated heat. So you get a total of 1 heat. That's really low, all things
Nice.
considered. And then I'm secret rolling this entanglement, right? That's what we're doing.
No, I thought we decided on showing
Publicly rolling. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't open rolling.
I couldn't remember what we're doing. Jeez, like that was yesterday. No, last week. Oh my god, so far away. Cooperation. You don't do anything because you don't have any factions that you are high enough with.
We did it.
This is the exact same one I rolled last time.
How much does fake ship papers cost? We should probably get those.
Fake ship. Oh, it doesn't cost money. It just costs
Okay.
experience, I think.
It costs experience mechanically,
Oh.
but in the fiction it would cost money, but not an amount of coin that you would spend.
Yeah,
Right.
not coin, but it does cost money.
Right. Like it costs money but not coins. It's gonna cost you mechanically instead experience. You guys got some experience for your playbook last time. It's gonna be more this time because you have successfully succeeded a transport operation.
We did it.
Woo!
Hey,
The
I'm
thing,
successful.
one place to another place to a third final place.
That's
and-
how smuggling goes.
That is how smuggling grows. Exactly.
Which, by the way, you have to shoot even one person.
No, not even
No.
one person this time. This
I was real close. I was real
Nobody
close.
died.
I was waiting
After
for
we
you to say
both
that,
rolled
and then-
ones on the distraction rolls, I was like, yep, well,
Yep.
I was in the car
Oh,
like,
Lord,
don't
it's
let him
haunted.
shoot him. Don't let him shoot him.
Okay, so yeah, that concludes the mission. Let's see. We're running right on the like kind of tail end because of the amount of time that XP takes. I'm gonna make the executive decision that we will do downtime next time and go through XP now.
Cool.
That
I'm
we
cool with
can
downtime
have-
always being at the beginning of episodes. if that's-
Sure, I like it too. So
There's some time to think about it too, which is nice.
And I mean, I guess it depends on how long the score takes too. Not all scores are going to take us. We've been like perfectly aligned with like the tail end of the episode. For,
yes, and it's not always going to wind out that way. Sometimes you guys are going to we're going to have to end mid score, but yeah, it just turns out that way. Good times. So let's do some XP. I'm not looking at the stream, so I don't know what order we are like around clockwise. So let's start with the ship itself.
So it would be going clockwise. It would be you, me, Outro, Saint, and then Rhys.
Okay, got it. So let's start though with the ship itself. That's me. I'm the ship. Sure, why not? That sounds right.
You're going to be the AI module we're going to have, so.
Yeah.
So, did you execute a successful transport or smuggling operation?
I bet we did.
Finally.
Finally.
Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Yes. What station were the mobsters at?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stan,
agree.
how big are they?
They're bigger than you are.
Yeah. This week.
Did you bolster?
I'll have you know that mob boss is not bigger than Kasumi.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Oh, okay. So, your reputation is daring. I don't feel like this job was daring, so I don't think that that bolstered your daring reputation.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a different reputation that this is like your crew is starting to collect because of this job?
So,
Hmm.
how's the reputation work with the ghost? Is that a different reputation?
That's
or-
Correct.
Yeah, that's separate. This is a crew reputation
That-
as us as a crew.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's your status with them, and
Gotcha.
this is your reputation as a crew in general to the world at large.
I'd say subtle.
Yeah, I feel subtle.
Yeah, like I
Subtle?
thought efficient, but basically in the same vein.
What are the options for reputation?
I mean, any kind of verb you can think of to describe a crew that people would talk about and be like, oh man, those guys are
Yeah.
fill in the
Edge.
blank.
Yeah.
The crew creation sheet does have some examples listed. Like that's character creation, not crew creation. Like, you know, vicious or vicious isn't even on there, but that could be it. Ambitious, brutal, daring, honorable, professional, savvy, strange, or subtle. But like I said, vicious could potentially be one. That's not you guys at all, but that's one like potential thing not on the list that it could be. Schmoozing. Oh man, that schmoozing crew.
What about like inventive? I feel like we did some like far out there stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of daring,
Mm.
honestly. But
We did take chances, which is daring. Like coyote uglying in an Olive Garden is pretty daring. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, the hacker no less.
they didn't know that.
What a saucy bunch.
Saucy.
Saucy.
We got that.
Saucy.
We got the
could
we got
say
the bottom
charming.
boys of the saucy
I do like
lasses.
saucy. I feel like that is
I think saucy.
Smugglers of the sector.
We're
the
saucy.
sauciest smugglers.
The
We're
sauciest.
we're the saucy sirens.
Once we get home cooking, we're gonna make so much sauce.
The bottom boys and the saucy lasses. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
3 XP so
So yeah, that's gonna be 3 so far. And then did you express the goals, drives, and inner conflict or essential nature of this crew?
What is our goals, drives, and
we gotta figure that out. We haven't
We'll,
yet.
I
we'll
mean,
need
that's
to we'll
kind
need
of
to
what
discuss that.
So do you feel like your interactions between the crew is indicative of what your normal interactions as a crew would or will be in the future? Like, do you feel like what you
Yes.
saw today?
I think-
Right
I
now,
think
would
s-
say yes, simply because we made money, and until we establish some type of conflict that entangles all of us together further than our goal to make money, I feel like monies are
Yeah. Not only that, but we have consistently stuck to the plan of, you know, this group, everybody has their role to do, and
I
then
was just gonna say
when the shit hits the fan, our plan is scatter and meet back at the ship later.
Yeah, no, I'll agree. So that's gonna be 5 XP. 2,
Ooh.
4,
Nice.
5. That's exactly what you need for
Yes.
an upgrade, an advancement.
Hell yeah.
Do we want home cooking or false ship paper?
I think we already said we wanted sauce.
He said you want- importantly, nope, that's the wrong sheet.
I would say
Um,
shit papers, but you know.
Yeah.
That's me.
Ah,
as a
what is
player.
that-
Like,
what does that
home cooking
come
is
up?
hilarious.
What does that come up yet? I don't need it.
I mean, if we're gonna be saucy, we need to have home.
Exactly.
God damn it.
I like the shit papers, honestly.
yeah. Same.
I'm not like super hard on the home cooking, so if we definitely need the papers, we should get them.
I think it'd be helpful to have
I
them.
feel like it fits our crew. So
Cargo Eye is also a
Also,
good one.
Advancing, so yeah, you can also advance your crew quality, but you would need to spend cred in order to do that. But you don't have enough cred to do that.
But, nope.
What does advancing crew quality do?
It's like upping your tier in Blades.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like upping your tier blades. It's not really vital or important for you guys to do it right now, but it's just I want to remind you that that is a thing that you can do. So what are we? Also, every time the crew advances, each PC gets stash equal to the crew quality plus 2. So
Ooh.
3 stash for everybody.
Nice.
And stash is our currency?
So stash is your
Retirement fund.
your retirement fund. It's like your non-liquid assets.
Our rainy day fund.
This is like this is like Triage's fancy jacket. This is like you getting a marble statuette to put in your quarters.
So it's our dragon sword.
Yeah, it's your dragon's stash.
Stash.
So it's
Where does this go?
on your character sheet. There
I
is
just wrote it in my free space.
there's a section for this, and this
that's
is
what
where
I
you
was
should put it. Do you see where the armor heavy special is? Right over next to the harm box.
Yes.
Below that, there's a section that says cred, and there's only 4 boxes, and then it says stash, and the area below that is the stash.
Okay, so
So-
fill up 3 of these.
Correct.
Stash is also sort of a lifestyle thing because the higher your stash, the higher
Is stash just those 4 individual boxes, or is it the
No.
all the rows?
it's all of them.
Okay.
The stash is the rows, the cred is the individual boxes.
Those 3 next to it.
There's 4 underneath of stash. Is that what you feel when you fill a row or something like that?
So yeah, that's the last one of that row. When that last one is filled, that means like your lifestyle improves.
Goes up. Okay, so we have 3 in there right now then, yes?
Right. So you have 3 in there out of the 10 that you need to have your lifestyle go up.
Okay.
You guys also, as a crew, got 7 cred, which you can divvy up however you want. As the crew itself can only like hold on to 4 creds before, like, that's how much the ship can hold.
How much is upkeep is 1, right? For us right now? Or is it 2?
I believe it's so. Okay, upkeep is going to be the number of systems plus crew divided by 4. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 4, and then you round up, so it's 2.
Okay. So I would posit that we pay our upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gets 1 cred, and the ship gets a cred.
Sure.
Like
Okay.
I'm into
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
And keep in mind that repairs don't cost any creds for us too, so we can just hold on to the ship creds for fun upgrades and stuff.
yeah.
All right, so everybody gets 1.
Is Mob Friend still with us?
No,
No,
Mob Friend
no.
did.
Okay.
Mob Friend got Kasumi's number, and that was probably the end of that for the day. She probably is going to call him back.
Great. So what did you guys decide on for the ship upgrades?
I think-
Alien pet. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think we were all discussing false ship papers, but I could also put forward either cargo eye, which is we get +1 cred for smuggling or delivery jobs, and when we gather info, we can always ask what is most valuable here. And then, or the getaway, we get potency when we scramble or helm to avoid capture, run a blockade, and when doing a delivery job, +1 die to engagement roll.
That thing that would have been helpful from the get-go for us.
We always do that.
Yeah.
All right, so we
God.
want the getaway then?
Yeah, we need the getaway. Like, I think that is our default plan. Is just
It really is.
is
Okay.
smoke bomb.
Rhys!
I'll go ahead and click that box then.
I
So
think the runaway move.
it
Like
was
when the job is done, I need to yell like ninja vanish, and we all just like
all right. So
We all just have smoke bombs. Always.
Yep.
next going around the circle from what Rinda said earlier is going to be Glitch. So let's look at your XP triggers.
Yeah. All right. So, go ahead.
You should have taken care of all your desperate actions already. Did you address a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity?
Yes, I did quite a bit of hacking, and also ingenuity. Yes. So we did 2 successful hacking endeavors: the fire alarm for the original Get Out Martini, and then the second time for turning the music favorably for the failed Coyote Ugly.
But you successfully changed the music and the lights, so yeah, I think you get both XP there. Did you?
I was gonna say I was also going to pitch the ingenuity for distracting the mobsters to pull off the last of the heat.
But you only get max 2 XP.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, okay, that's fine then.
One way or another, I think you deserve that 2 XP. Now, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Would this count for getting in contact with Slice? I don't believe I had any time to, since he wasn't associated with the guilds, we didn't really bring that up. Drives, heritage.
Definitely
nothing?
Someone from your background.
That's fair. So yeah, getting in touch with him, talking to him about space stuff and how we're good friends, and he could do me a solid, and I'll do him one later, and I all that stuff.
Yeah, because like we established some history there.
Yeah, we sure did.
I think
Slicey.
I think that's worth some XP.
All right. I think that's the only instance, but yeah, there you go.
And did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas? You don't have any trauma yet, but do you think you struggled with your vice in such a way that it was?
I think she handled that all perfectly well. She didn't struggle with it. There were no aliens on the other planet, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's mine. I can take 3. 3's good.
3's good. Cool. You get those 3, and next was. Triage, yes.
Oh, one thing before wrapping up. The resolve rolls, we didn't do any desperates for resolve, right? It was only that insight case.
Right.
Okay.
And now this XP that you got right now, you can put that anywhere you want.
That can go anywhere.
Break it up however you like.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that straight resolve roll wasn't desperate or anything, because I only.
So yeah, if you make a straight resolve roll, any of your resistances, it's never going to be desperate. They don't have a position.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay.
All right. So now triage. Did you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion?
Yes. Insight. The while drunk, using my doctor skill to check the dude's vitals to make a distraction, convincing them a doctor, and obviously not a
I can see that. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Beliefs, drives, heritage. I kind of expressed my background, but not mechanically. Does it need to be mechanically?
Well, tell me about it, and have everyone else talk about it. True to Blades in the Dark, with Scum Villainy, you ultimately have final say as to how much XP that you get. So, but we'd like to know why you are getting that XP.
So I think I went into my background a little bit in showing that I was willing to take a loan to purchase a fancy outfit, to go to the theater, in which we never ended up going to the theater. It's like I have an impulse clothing shopping issue for specifically lab coats.
What's your background?
Do you want that to?
That's academic. I guess.
That's kind of background. I mean, academic.
That's your drive.
I was thinking background more yeah, I wasn't thinking of background as the word here, but yeah, I guess
heritage, maybe.
Yeah, heritage or drive.
Yeah.
No, I'm spacer. My spacer heritage. That's not.
I think drive maybe.
Yeah, it could be a drive. You want nice things.
You want to look and seem better than you actually are.
Yeah.
That's
definitely a drive. I can see and feel with this character for sure. So that'd be another XP there.
That's my drive written down now.
Perfect.
My brief is research, precursor, mystical tech. I didn't do any of that. You struggled with an issue from your vice or traumas. I did not.
Okay. Well, then that's your XP for today. Mark that however you like. And then next was going to be Flashbowl, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, did you address a tough challenge with speed or flair?
Oh, you bet I dealt with it with speed.
I dealt with it with speed.
I got out of the battle out of hell. Like,
you speeded right out of there,
Yeah.
for sure.
Not really flair. I need to get up on that doing the flair thing, but that's because I've been a getaway. I mean, I keep being the getaway driver. I need to do other things, especially because that's my belief, is that I'm more than just a pilot. So that didn't come out this time because we're, again, making Satani happy is a little bit superseding that right now. for good
Pulls off
reason.
a completely inconspicuous space Lamborghini painted neon green is just like,
I mean,
eh.
I feel like that could be considered a belief or drive that keeping Satani happy is more important than whatever I want.
Yeah, that ooh, geez, that probably is a thing. Yeah, let's write it down. Yeah.
Because I feel that for sure.
Yeah. More important than my not flair, but my
Reputation, ego.
ego. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. Cool. But yeah, that's just, I think that's the only thing, because I was keeping my flair under control. But that does bring a belief there. So
Yeah.
I mean, I just described my entire vice, but that doesn't necessarily bring out my heritage.
I feel like it kind of brought out your heritage and also your drive of finding your progenitor.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that we learned some more about you being a clone and why behind you being a member of the Historic cult.
Mhm.
Like, maybe not everything, but
Yeah.
little insight that we did not have before.
Yeah.
We may have talked about that somewhat a little bit in session 0, but I feel like this is where it's coming out for the first time. So
Right. Yeah. I got to level up my insight.
nice.
I do have a quick question there too. When are you able to upgrade the abilities and stuff? What is the threshold for that?
When the all of the boxes are full.
On playbook advancement?
So under playbook advancement, we'll give you a new ability. If you want a new dot in doctor or something, then it would be all of the boxes for insight.
On insight, prowess, and resolve. Okay, so
Right.
I either decide if I'm putting them into playbook advancement or in there, and when
One of those
playbook
three.
when playbook advancement fills, it'll be one of these special abilities that goes in.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay.
May
Yes.
I petition for a second experience for the you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion for creating the concept of the Scramtini ruse? I'm asking. That's because I was
Explain to me how you feel that was compassionate or insightful.
I feel it was insightful because I was intuitive enough to read the circumstances as they were presented, and have that prepared to use as the rendering.
I could see that being insightful.
All right, there we go. Look at that extra XP you got.
There you go.
Well, you don't know unless you ask.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, mechanically, you get to decide how much XP you get, but if we want to know why you are believing that you got that much XP. Yeah. So what about face? Did you address a tough challenge with deception or influence?
Yes. So I addressed the first challenge by getting this information from Barden. And I addressed the second challenge by being the most fabulous waiter ever to wait.
Yeah, definitely. So that's 2 XP right there. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
So I believe I expressed my background by talking to Braden about some of my jobs and the back and forth kind of with him. It showed off a little bit more of Face's character and, one of his friends.
Okay, yeah, cool. And did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
So I feel like giving myself a 50% chance to overindulge is a pretty struggling with my my vice.
You definitely were like role playing out you being like, ooh, there's a tail I could.
Right. I was kind of like I really had to like peel myself away to not do that. I feel like.
Yeah, and I feel like if you had just been like, oh, I'm gonna flip a coin, and that would not have been the same as you being like, ooh, like he really wants to go and get some and has to like
I kind of saw Glitch like go away and I was like,
and you're like, ooh,
Well,
I could follow her.
It's like I
Right.
almost struggled too, but she was like, "Nah, it's mostly humans here," and it's like, "Well, that's boring."
I mean, sometimes it's boring.
Sometimes you need vanilla.
So yeah, I could see you. I follow your logic there for an XP.
Okay.
So give yourself that XP, and that's everybody. Awesome.
Guys, I continue to have fun with this and learning more about the characters is super awesome. I kind of feel like I kind of disserviced myself by not fully understanding all the characters that you guys made beforehand. But at the same rate, it's like so much fun to see the information come out. Right?
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's do some outros.
I guess I'll start.
Start outro. Why don't you start with outros?
That's my name. Yeah, I variety stream every once in a while. Right now I don't have anything going, but I do plan on running all the way through Astral Training once it drops on the 30th. Yeah, I'll probably run that through that whole weekend and afterwards. Otherwise, you can catch me here or on Twitter all the goddamn time. And I am currently trying to design a blade hack. It's interesting. It's kind of inspired by like the Warriors and Jet Set Radio Future, but it's on an alien planet. It's a whole thing. But I'm working on that. I'm in the very early stages, but yeah, I'm excited to provide more updates, and you can find those either on my Discord or on my Patreon.
Cool. Speaking of writing a Blades hack, I think it's a great segue over to Saint.
Somebody
Hi,
was doing that
everyone.
today.
Hey, it's me. My name is Saintguard. I'm a variety streamer and sometimes GM of tabletop role-playing games. You can find me on my channel playing something. Lately, it's been Battle Brothers, as well as working. Today, I was working on my Blades hack, or my Forge in the Dark hack of Republic City by Night, which is a Legend of Korra Blades game. We did a lot of good work today. Big thanks to Fabulosity and chat who helped me a lot with that.
Saint, can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
You guys both said hack today, and I asked about that earlier. We're like, nah, it's not the thing. We say Forge of the Dark or Blades.
So,
No, it's
so-
fine. No, I just wanted to be like,
the
aha.
reason it goes both because Forge in the Dark, because Blades hack is things that are more based on blades. Like my game is very close to Blades versus Forge in the Dark, which is like Scum and Villainy and Band of Blades, where there's a lot of stuff that like has been changed, but
Yeah.
it still has like the ultimate same structure.
No, I just felt vindicated for a second, so I just needed to be like, aha.
I personally, if it,
I was going to say that while it's being made, it's a hack. Once
Yeah.
it's released, it's a Forged in the Dark.
And that's fine because
That's
it
what I
was
said.
it was genuinely confusing me because I was like, it doesn't feel right, but I keep
Yeah.
seeing people say it and then saying it the other way, and it's like, which is it? What's the right terminology? So it's fine. I
There
just
you go.
I just needed to
Yeah.
get that out.
It's a Blades hack currently. We'll see where it goes because I got to do like heat and stuff like that. But if you want to check that out, I have a Discord. I also have like Twitter and stuff. You can check me out on that. It's at Saintguard, using it with an LY at the end. It's great. Go check it out. Other than that, yeah, I'm gonna be back on Saturday with video games, probably Battle Brothers or XCOM. We'll see.
Nice. Rhys, how about you?
Hi everybody, I am Rhys Dragon. You can find me at twitch.tv/RhysDragon, but I am very, very busy, so more likely follow me on Twitter at Rhys Dragon, and you're more likely to get to interact with me, because I don't get to stream much, unfortunately, with kids, so... I am thinking about trying to get something together for a weekend thing, with some other people and doing stuff. So I will keep everybody informed about that. But as far as that goes, I do this right now, and I will be on Twitch occasionally.
All right. And I am Kelsa. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa, Twitch and YouTube. It's KelsaDelphi. And on Monday, every other Monday, is when I have a game over on my channel. The Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands game that I have been playing just wrapped up. Next week we are going to be, or sorry, the week after next, we're going to be having a like post-mortem where we're going to talk about the game, why we love the game, what happened, like our thoughts and feelings about what happened throughout the sessions, and just kind of decompress live on stream about a emotionally intense game. And once that's then after that, we're going to be starting a playtest of a so far away from Blades in the Dark hack. It started out as a Blades in the Dark hack, but it has gone so far. I'm not even sure that that's what it is anymore. Called Consumed, and it's about being oh, indeed. It's about being reality TV stars that need to please eldritch horrors.
What? Wait, hold on. What day is this?
This is called Consumed.
No, what day? What day is this?
What day? Every other Monday.
Damn it! I have my own game on Monday.
It's gonna go up on my YouTube. I'm very excited about this. We did 3 years ago. We did a number of playtests of the earlier version of the game, back when it was called Mortally Bankrupt, and back when it was much more closely related to Blades. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be crazy. We would love you to be there in the audience to play an Eldritch Horror.
I will at the very least be providing lurk love, because that is a day I do stuff, and that's why I'm kicking myself, because it's like, oh, Eldritch Horrors? I'm all about Eldritch Horrors.
So the game has been written specifically to be streamed on Twitch, and has a interlocking secondary game that is played by chat as we play, and the two games interact with each other.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
All right. Guess I gotta be there.
Please do. I'll tweet about it when we actually launch the game. I'm super looking forward to it, but we're just still wrapping up Firebrands in our hearts. We have to box those feelings and put them away. Stani is here in the chat, and she was part of that Firebrands game, and made so much fantastic artwork for it, by the way. She did the overlays, as well as a bunch of fan art for our characters. And so, much love to Stani.
Speaking of making an overlay, thank you, Fabulosity, for throwing together that quick overlay for us that we switched mid-game. Because
Third Fluffle for making the original.
Yeah, for making the original post of that too. Also, I have my sheets open. Don't look at my sheets.
Wah, wah, wah.
I had the ship sheet open, and then I opened mine on top of it. Don't look at my sheet. But yeah, Nerfuffle made the original, which is what we use for our announcements and our Be Right Back, and then they quickly flipped it over into an adorable overlay. Yeah, I mean, you do good work while delirious, so it's good. Sorry, Kelsa, did you have anything else before I interrupted
No, I was about to
you?
hand it over to you, actually.
Okay. Well, hello. I'm Rin of Party Wipe Games, the Party Wipe Games, the creator, founder, with a couple of my co-founders in chat who have been watching this whole time. I generally run. We are more or less up to 6 days a week through our channel, and one day, maybe two, depending, over on a partner channel, Forgebreaker, where we play various tabletop RPG games. We've been branching out a lot on Party Wipe Games. Monday, we have a new reboot of Forest for the Trees, which is a 5th edition game set in a fantasy 1920s that I've upgraded it to. I've largely borrowed from Eberron and just various homebrews of building up what a magical society would look like if war progressed its technology to the 1920s level equivalent. We did our first round of prequels for it on Monday. That is up on the VODs and will be up on YouTube shortly. We knocked out 2 of the players. Shay, who is playing the only elf, the only allowed elf in our game, because in this setting, elves are imperialists and super evil, and they want to kill everything that is not connected to the Fae. They are very much genocidal, and so she is playing an elf who is serving as a diplomat, arriving at basically what is, now that I think about it, Republic City, which is a human-run federation that allied with various other races, and they built a giant techno bastion city where everybody congregates and mingles. And she's supposed to be the diplomat for the Elven Empress to remind them that the elves are out there and they go and get them. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade, where I am playing Ilsombra, and we have a fun coterie that is the Marischal of the Prince of Vancouver. We get into fun shenanigans, and currently there is a horrible monster that the Tremere made that broke loose in our haven, and that is where we cliffhangered this week before we got to deal with that.
Excuse me, sir. It is never the Tremere. It was those infernalist Kaluri, okay?
That's fair. We basically figured out that after the fact, we basically figured out that the Tremere was doing experiments on gangrel blood to try and get their shape-shifting properties accessible to other people, and one of the other players' flaws for our haven is that they have stalkers. And so we haven't seen the stalkers for a while. So when we left the haven to go do a job, my ghoul called and was like, "Hey, something is destroying the laboratory," and we realized that she didn't grow whatever it was. Something touched it and it took over their body. So we think it was one of the stalkers. We also all failed our morning hunger rolls, so everybody woke up hangry. There was some minor PvP, and then the Ventru said, "Let's go to my club and you all can eat people there," and there were various levels of us eating people. Wednesdays, we normally play over on Forgebreaker, where it's his Civil War campaign or Storm King's Thunder. We haven't really played either lately because he's been dealing with problems IRL on his side, but we hope to get back to that soon. Thursdays, we are here, of course. Fridays, Shay Gem will be starting a Pokemon Tabletop United game where I am definitely not a Team Rocket member. Saturdays, we play Dungeon of the Mad Mage, where the adventurers who go into Undermountain are definitely also not part of a multiverse reality TV show hosted by Hallister. And Sundays, we are either playing Tomb of Annihilation over on Forgebreaker's channel, or we will be starting Band of Blades next Sunday. hosted by me. And we will have Outro and Nerfuffle as victims of that game. Stay
I
tuned.
look forward to that.
Yeah.
I wanted to play, but
Yeah, that was real unfortunate because I was like, yes, more people that know this.
on Sundays.
Not on Sundays. All right, that's everything, I think. I don't think there's anybody I can send us to raid. I don't think anybody's really on. Usually when I send us to raid people, they're wrapping up for the night.
Actual play is currently running Band of Blades with the writer Strauss. If you want to go over and rate that.
Is it just actual play?
Yeah,
Yeah,
play
it's
is
just
the name.
Actual Play is the name of the channel.
Actual play. We're gonna go raid actual play then, since they are. I gotta actually type the right command. Okay. Stick around. We're gonna go check out actual play and raid them playing some games, and we're gonna say hi. Everybody, be sure to say hi. Be friendly to them, and otherwise, take care of yourselves and have a good night.
Bye.
Is it Thursday yet?
Guys, later, everybody.
Bye.